like that song? That's nice, right? It's real nice. It's called Gyra by Chandler. No, Elevation Worship in Maverick City. Hey y'all, give me 1 second. I gotta go get my coffee and get my water. If it's even done. All right, y'all. Hey, I did not feel good earlier today. I had a headache since yesterday. I was like, I don't know. I might have ate too much salt or something. I don't really know, but my head was banging. I couldn't even talk to my kids. I was talking to them like that. I said, listen, I love you, but mom gotta lay down. I burnt my hand trying to make me something to eat. Dropped my food on the floor. I was like, no, I'm about to lay down. I am about to. And then went back in there because I had wiped it up, but my head was hurting so hard, like bad, I couldn't really see. So I wiped it up, went to sleep, woke up, and forgot that it probably wasn't wiped up good because I couldn't see, baby. I almost broke my neck, had to put the damn brace on the other knee. I said, I ain't did nothing. I ain't did nothing. What is this about? Girl, you tired. It's okay to not go run yourself into the ground all the time. You hear me? You can sleep. You can rest. You don't have to be, lay down. I said, my daughter said, Mom, you need to lay down. Yeah, I do. I do. When every time I try to go to sleep, somebody's calling my phone. So there's that. I was trying to go to sleep. I was trying to, and you didn't bring this here phone like y'all still always do. But that's the part of being a mom and a grandmama, I guess, right? Is that the part of being a mom and a grandmama? You always on call. Every day. Somebody gonna call and need a recipe or something. Directions. What should they buy? Should I get this outfit? What you think about this? Was they trying to be funny? Baby, listen. I'll be like, okay. At least they called me. That one, she's so stubborn. But I'm about to bust her little. I'm about to blow her up. It's the holidays, and my granny's son is about to be 3. We ain't got time for this. I need to see his face. Job never done. Show ain't. So, I want to tell y'all what our dad keeps doing to me, and I haven't really picked up on what this means. But every time I get ready to put my lashes on, he gives me a thought, and I start to cry. I'm like, no, what's up with this? I ain't got no lashes on all day, baby. No tears. Maybe a couple here and there, but it ain't like, I said, what is this? But you know what? Thank you for talking to me, Dad, because sometimes we get so caught up in life, right? And running around and taking care of everybody and just doing this and that. Not that you don't talk to him, but it's easy sometimes to, I don't want to say forget because I don't forget. I don't want to forget, but um, just kind of get busy with life. I'm gonna just say that. And I was sitting on the toilet. Y'all know that's my thinking space. Not going to the bathroom, but I sit there and I think and I journal a lot because it's like my think tank. So I'm on the toilet and I'm like, dang. And then he brought a scripture to. Well, actually, what happened was I was looking down at my shoes. I was looking at my shoes, and I said, and I picked, and it's the one I made, right? I'm looking down at my shoes, and he whispered, your clothes will never wear out, your shoes will never wear out. Y'all, when I say tears just started to flow from my eyes, oh, and I'm still emotional. So if I get, just don't worry about it, okay? When I tell you, He'll take better care of you. And I don't care if I've not worked, if I've not had my own home. My shoes have never run out and my clothes have never worn. Whatever I needed, he provided it. Where can you work at 11? Where can you work at 12? Where can you work at 13? You can't. But even when my parents was like, when your parents wish you dead, not just they don't want to dead, when they wish you dead, and God provides for you, when they don't care where you sleep or if you ate today, He'll send somebody. Because I couldn't get no job at 11, and I couldn't get no job at 12, and I couldn't get no job at 13. But my shoes, I'm 44 years old, so that's 33 years. And I can honestly tell you, ooh. Oh, thank you, God. Oh, sorry, y'all. But sometimes God will bring something back to your memory and you'll be like, I don't want to hurt your feelings. Because when my own mama and my own daddy and my brothers and my cousins and my so-called best friends, baby, left me for dead, it ain't never been a time he ain't came through for me. And I'm 44 years old and I've been on my own since I was 11. I'm trying to tell you. Ooh-wee. Baby, all you got to do is believe, because I didn't have an ID at 11. I didn't have no cell phone in no 1991, 1992, 1993. No car, no nothing. And he took care of me. You hear me? And still taking care of me every day to this day. It don't matter what nobody say or do. He look out for your girl. You hear me? Baby, I'm talking about every day when everybody said, oh, that ain't going to work and this ain't going to happen and you going to be this guy. I said, I never said that. I never said that. That's what they said. Did you ask me what I got planned for you? No, I didn't. So can you tell me? Because everything they got for me is horrible. Everything they got for me got me in damnation, dead, in a grave, all of this stuff. She'll never have kids. She'll never do this. She'll never, baby. And God said she gonna do all of that and some. You hear me? She gonna do all of that and some. I never said that. That's what they said. Who you gonna believe, man word or my word? And to look down at these shoes, they might not mean nothing to nobody, but I know what they mean to me. To look in my closet and see that there's shoes in there stacked to the ceiling that I done had for over a decade and they ain't worn. You don't let me outside, but they ain't worn. You hear me? Clothes don't gotta have no, I done had some times, but I had something in the closet, I guarantee you. If I needed to, I had something in the closet. But did I go around looking crazy? Yeah, because who I'm trying to impress? Not A-so. But when I tell you, he took care of me and my kids, and now it's taking care of me, my grandkids, and my kids. Baby, listen. The grandkids people said I'll never live to see. Them. The grown children that are good and kind and don't, they said I wouldn't live to see my kids and all kind of stuff. People used to speak all kind of crazy stuff. God said I never said that. And sometimes it brings me to tears that I'm 44 years old, because if I would have listened to people, Death had been spoke over me so much before I was 11 or 12 years old that I started wanting to end it myself. I got tired of waiting on me. I got tired of people threatening my life and telling me I wasn't going to live and all of this stuff. But before 11, I was done with the world, baby. I was like, look here, I'm going to check on out, because if all of this, what y'all saying is going to happen for me, why am I even trying to stay here? That's crazy. No, I'm ready to go. And God took me out of a toxic environment at 11 years old and started to nurture me. He took me out in the nature, baby, out in the wilderness. We outside. But in every village, in every town, on every road, and at every well, baby, it was something there for me. Do you hear me? And I was a child, so I didn't know. And people try to take advantage of me, and God would quicken my spirit at a young age and say, don't listen to that, go the other way. Don't listen to nothing they saying, go the other way. And I would be like, nah, I said, well, God, if you let them turn right, I'm going to tell them I got to go this way. And I would go the other way, and I would walk by myself. I'm telling you. People used to say, oh, I see your daughter walking. She always walking. When I was young, I saw your daughter walking. She sure was. She didn't have to hop in no car with Pat and turn her work real good. You hear me? I didn't have to walk away from things people dream about. Say, if I got in that situation, I'll do this. I done been in that situation. I didn't do that. And I ain't knocking you. I'm just telling you, God told me that ain't good. Just because it glitter don't mean it's gold. Turn around and go the other way. Don't listen. Don't be fooled by that fool's gold. Don't be fooled by that. And people used to be mad because, oh yeah, she young. I'm about to not. You're about to not. It ain't going. I promise you it ain't. It don't matter how old I am. People think age means wisdom. That's not the truth. You can be an old fool because you was a young fool and you got comfortable in that. But everybody don't got to stay right there. And everybody ain't trying to get over them. And everybody heart ain't wicked. And everybody heart ain't hard. And everybody don't want to be miserable for the rest of their life. And when you hold on to those things, you make yourself miserable. I don't have time. I've seen enough crazy. I've seen it. I've seen some of the worst people in the world. I'm telling you. And I'm talking about horrible. You don't have no reason to be this nasty, to be this evil, to be this cunning, to be this backstabbing and all of this. You have no reason. God got so much for you, and you would rather hurt a person than take the time to go seek what you want. To go look for what you want that don't have nothing to do with hurting nobody else, but just what make you happy. You want to ruin somebody else's stuff just because you want to go away. Because they didn't find a way to get happy, and maybe God helps their mind. You be mad because they happy. Do you know how much it takes to be happy? To let go of things that should have took other people's sanity. And you try to ruin my day, go to hell. And I'm saying, you don't know what it takes a person every single day to get up. And your first thing in the day, because you don't feel good, is to ruin somebody else's day. You're weird. So with that, I want to thank my Father in heaven and on earth for looking out for me, for taking care of me. And in a desert place, listen, he took me right to the Scripture. I'm like, oh my God. And tears just start flowing. So I'm trying to get ready for work. I'm trying to get ready for work. Why every time I get ready for work, I don't care if it's day or night. As soon as I get ready for work, boy, them tears start flowing from. Okay, what you got? Okay, I'm listening. What you got? And I'll take it because I don't want it no other way, family. I'm trying to tell y'all. I don't. And yeah, it'll get lonely. Yeah, it'd be weird. Yeah, I'll be like, what the heck is this? He said, just trust me. It's gonna work out. Just trust me. I know it don't look like nothing you ever seen before. That's how you know I'm in the midst of it. Because if it looked like what you seen before, that's probably you doing it. Oop, wait a minute, hold on. Unless it's a miracle being finished. That's me, he said. You know what I'm saying? But the rest of that, no, that's you. That you had that in your mind. You never asked. Just let me work it. What did you say? Let him cook. Girl, that's what he said to me the other day. I need you to trust me. Girl, listen, do not make me cry. I'm trying not to because that's why I was, listen, I'm trying not to. Trust him. It'll be the best thing you ever did in your life. Baby, I'm talking about, I don't tell y'all all my business for nothing. I tell y'all the ugliest things in my life, getting evicted and all of these things and all of the things that he did and went past the date for y'all to do just that. I ain't got no reason to lie to you. None. And y'all didn't watch. Y'all didn't watch it. Y'all didn't watch it. Every day. Y'all didn't watch it. What job I didn't went and worked? Tell me. When I tell people he ain't gonna let me work, oh, she's lazy. And then they live around me for a while and they be like, dang, he really ain't gonna let you work, is he? No. Because I have another job. I gotta be available at 3 o'clock in the morning, at 5 o'clock in the morning, at 7 o'clock in the morning, at 9 o'clock at night, at 10:30, at 10:35, at 10:47. I gotta be available. No, this is my job. I've been doing it for a long time. Let me cook, please. Listen, come on in. I'm trying to tell you, it'll be the best thing you ever did in your life. I'm just trying to tell you how I had to trust him at 11, at 12, at 13. But one of the things that I told you, my grandmother and my mother taught me, my grandmother for sure, how to pray. At 11 years old, listen, baby, sure did. That's all I got. And then he'll send somebody. And now I know they probably was angels. Because I was a kid. You hear me? It was people. Ooh. I would be walking at night. And I would get real scared. Mind you, I probably ain't even 98 pounds. I'm 11. I don't know if some of y'all got an 11-year-old around you. But they don't be, back then we wasn't this big as the kids now. We was little kids. And God was sending an animal. And y'all know I'm not an animal person. He was sending an animal. Now I know it was probably an angel. But he was sending an animal to follow me. Until I got to the space where I was going to be for the night. And the animal would sit on the porch for maybe an hour every night, y'all. I don't care. I don't do dogs and cats. And I would get real scared. And I'm like, can you just be here with me, y'all? Do y'all know it would be a dog or a cat that came out of nowhere and be walking on the side of me. And I don't care if I stopped at 2 houses, that cat or dog would sit there. And then when I got to whatever, my auntie house, my cousin house, wherever I was going to sleep, the animal would follow me up into the yard, wait till I got in the house, y'all, and leave. That happened so many times I can't even count. And they wasn't my animals. Because I don't have no animals. I don't do animals. So I would know. I knew it was like, at first it would kind of make me nervous because it's a random dog or cat. But I realized in my later years what that was. I'm like, wow. Because it would be like as soon as I prayed the prayer, it would be this random cat or dog. And they would just walk on the side of me. Or run up ahead of me. It was so weird. And sometimes it used to freak me out because I'm like, what the heck? But now I know. Now I know. And that's why I said, like, God is good. I don't have the, I don't, have all the whatever. I have the dirt and the grimy and the dark. He was right there with me. I got the light ones too, but when I think back, here we go, of the goodness of Jesus. You hear me? And listen, and all he has done for me, baby, listen, I should not be here. I should not be in my right mind. I should not have the activity of my limbs. There are so many reasons why I should not be right here. And I'm grateful. I tell you, I don't want no other life. I used to hate my life. I used to hate the fact that he kept me from different things. I hated it. I was like, why I can't just be normal? Baby, I do not want to be normal. If normal got to do with all the sadness and chaos and drama and always hoping and guessing and wishing and I don't want to be normal then. I'll take this over here. I'll be the weird one. I don't want that. There's nothing about that is appealing to me. You hear me? And yes, learning how to trust God in the beginning, it's a little uneasy. Especially when you used to doing it. But baby, once you get it down, baby, you'll never go back. Get away from me. You want me to go back to stressing? You want me to go back to worrying? You want me to go back to, no, don't try to take my peace away. Go away. If you don't want no peace, just like that. That don't got anything to do with me. He said he already seen everything in my life. So me sitting on this side trying to guess and figure it out when he didn't already figured it out, and all I got to do is chill and be like, okay, I done tried A, B, C, D, and it didn't work. So you have another plan. Can you tell me what it is? And then it always work right out. Don't nobody got time for that. I'm going to skip the stressing and go right to I'm going to wait on you. Because you stress. He still don't do it. And it ain't until you say, forget it, I'll let it go, I'm not even going to worry about it, and really mean it, that it happens. Start that in the beginning. Don't even go through the other part. See how the devil have you do all that? And if you just start out with, I trust you, it come faster. It come faster. I promise it do. Just skip the, I'm going to try to figure it out how you going to do it. I don't care how he does it. It could come through an ant if he want to bring me $1. he could let a dog walk up to me and hand me $1 if he want to. I mean, if that's what I need. Do you understand? So, no, I'm not about to stress. He said he already knew I had the problem before I even knew I had the problem. Okay? So me stressing about it, no, that don't help. That's not going to do anything. He already knows what's going to happen. He already knows if you're going to move, if you're going to stay. He knows if you're going to be with him or you're not. He knows. He knows if you're going to stay at this job or go to another one. He already knows every single thing. If the car is going to break down or if it's going to hold up. He knows. And we will stress ourselves out trying to figure it out when he said, I've already worked it out. I already know what's going to happen. Just trust me. And it don't have to look like what you think it's going to look like. It's just, you just need to make sure that I'm in the midst of it. If he's in the midst and you're not making the decisions, it's going to work out. You don't have to know when. You don't have to know how. Y'all, I love him though. And I don't always do right. I don't always listen the first time. But I'm telling you right now, I'm a living witness for 33 years, honey. Because I could not count on my family. I couldn't count on nobody but him. And I just told him, man, if I didn't have you, well, I'll be out here bad. I would. If I didn't have you, baby, I would be out here bad. No. Mm-mm. Nope. I don't care what nobody say. I done lived it for more than 33 years, but 33 years for sure. He's all I've ever had. He'll send me some people here and there, but like every day, I don't got nothing else. I don't got nobody else. Because my kids get mad at me and don't talk to me for 3 months, baby, so I can't even say that. He all I got. For real. I ain't about to play with him. I don't want nothing else. Because you know who gonna answer every time. You know who gonna respond every time. You know who gonna come through every time. Nah. Mm-mm. He don't forget, nor has he forgot. Listen, justice. Oh, you be at work. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. He's all I need. I'm trying to tell you. And this ain't no, this is nigga. He took me through the gutter. You hear me? And brought me out on the other side. Baby, listen, I done went through the dark times, not saying it won't be more. But baby. And people used to be like, this is like a movie. I said, I be thinking the same thing. It be feeling like this is a whole movie script. Oh, it is your movie. And my movie, because the script already was written. Oh, it is, actually. That's how they going to be able to, he going to be able to replay it back to us. Just like rewinding a class. Yeah. This is yeah. So then just be in your space where you're supposed to be. So I thank God for bringing us the word. That's the word. Oh, okay. Of another government shutdown. I almost cried. Listen. Oh, yeah. We know already. And that's the part about him that I'm grateful for. You're not perfect, you're striving to be. But perfection doesn't come until we leave this body. That's when it comes. You're just setting it up for that. Right? You know that? Perfection will never be in this body. Because this is a body that was made out of sin. Perfection comes in the next body, which is okay. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you be trying to work on perfection on this side. Nobody's perfect but God. You hear me? And so then with that, well, Jesus, but you know, as far as humans, you're welcome. I'm telling you, I don't want another life. I don't. And I used to not want this one either. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I didn't want it, but I'm grateful for it now. The by and by, you hear me? Yeah. So, you said, what's the oldest Bible I have? I have a 1611. And then we have the Septuagint that is from like BC. Like 200 BC. That's back there. We got the 5 books of Moses right here. With Yahweh's name in it and all of the names that are not the normal. Somebody came in here and left a message too. They said, who wrote the 66? They said 666 is what they said. And maybe that's why I had a headache. I don't know if I sent or, you know, hit the send button. I was going to say the same person that wrote, the same author that wrote your story. Maybe God didn't want me to say that. Because I don't know who it is, but they got who's the author of those 666 is what they said. And I was sure about the same author of your one book. That one. Don't do it, CERCA. Don't. Leave it alone. So I don't know if the comment made it there or not because I couldn't see. Because I had a headache. Get off my stuff. Leave us alone. We do not be bothering nobody. And maybe if you don't focus on who wrote it, because you don't be focused on who wrote the movies you be watching, then you go into detail. Oh, I can't. Who wrote this movie? Who wrote the script? No. I can't believe it because you don't even know if they wrote it. When you go see your Marvel movie, says no one. You gotta know the author of the script that they saying. Do you? No, that don't stop you from paying $19 for a $2 box of candy. You go right on in there and watch it. So, zip it. It's how I feel. Yep. Why is you worried about who wrote it? What you need to be worried about is if it worked. And that is what I can tell you about it do. I wouldn't give a dang if a beaver wrote it. A beaver could have wrote it. If it worked, I'm on it. So if you don't want what works, just say that. Just say it. You ain't got to come over here trying to convince us it don't, because we know it do. So with that, I'll be right back. And we about to go to the Bible because I think y'all should read it. It made me cry. Hopefully it make y'all cry too. I'll be right back. Hopefully it make y'all cry too, because it made me cry. Real good tears. I needed that. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. Okay. When I tell you he'll make you real happy, all you gotta do is make it through the ugly, man. And it really do. That whole joy come in the morning thing. Excuse me, it's real. Even in the midst of your troubles, he'll still make you smile. He'll still make you feel special. He'll still show you that he's listening to you. You know what I mean? And I think that's what makes the dark times so powerful, is that even in the midst of everything that's going on, he took time out to say, I heard you. I heard your thoughts. I saw your heart. I see you doing everything you know to do. And I'm going to bless you even though this is crazy. That unspeakable joy. Come on. That part. For real. Because people be like, oh, I remember when this horrible thing happened to you. I'll be like, I do too. And then do you know what he did right after that? They don't like that. They don't like, girl, you remember when you was homeless? I do. And then you remember where he put me in that beautiful 4-bedroom with the 3-bathroom with the sauna in the bottom of it, in the hot tub outside under the deck? Right after that, beautiful home on the corner lot where I like to be too. My kids had their own living room with a fireplace, huge playroom. There was a good 300 square feet, if not more. And I had and then you remember that beautiful townhouse I had in Phoenix, the 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom that I didn't even have to apply for, and it was full when I got there. And then when I left and I owed a good however much, the lady said, just clean it and leave. Don't worry about it. You don't owe nothing. You mean that one? I remember that. I remember all of the cars I've been given as well. I know all the cars I gave away too. I know all the blessings my kids then got, trips and all kind of stuff. What you looking at as or whatever is God blessing me for going through. Crazy. And you always keep talking about what you, oh, I couldn't do that. You can't take my trips either. You can't get my blessings either. You right. You can't. Cause that is the blessing for me going through the hell and trying to learn his way, punky. You don't get to go to the promised land with me because you stayed in Egypt where it was comfortable. Y'all know. You wasn't out there in the wilderness, babe. You wasn't there. You right. You stayed where the leeks and the potatoes was at. I came in out here hungry for something else. We ain't the same. Now I might have got lost in the sauce for a minute, wandering around in the desert, going in a circle. I might have. But I learned while I was out there. And then guess what? I got to walk into a new promised land where everything was bountiful and everything was plentiful and I was blessed. And this didn't just happen one time. So I ain't sad about it. It's a time for everything. They not like us. Come on. You ain't making me feel nothing if you come by and bless me stupid after I go through something that almost take me out the game. You cannot make me feel bad about it, baby. You cannot. You said what's for me is for me. Come on, Justice. You always want to bring up the raggedy. You don't ever want to bring up what he did right after that, though, do you? That we don't talk about. I know. You don't remember it. Let me remind you. Yeah, he said, if you go through for me, I got you. What you mean? We don't want to talk about that. We always want to talk about the ugly. Well, let's talk about the good that he did right after that, because that's important. The most important part, as a matter of fact. And then people got to get off the phone. They don't want to talk no more after that. Well, fine. I bet you won't be trying to bring up nobody else's shortcomings, will you? Or what you feel like was a bad time to make them feel some type of way. Don't. It's not going to work out the way you thought. I'm trying to tell you. Don't let people speak crazy stuff over your life. Because a lot of times people be speaking what they like feel about themselves, or you know what I'm saying? Like they don't see nothing changing in their life. So when stuff start changing in your life, they want to try to take you back to who you used to be, or take you back to who they was when they first met you. Well, nigga, I don't live at that address no more. Don't. I stay away from my family now because of that. My daughter thinks I'm wrong for not being around them. Baby. Listen, I used to tell my kids when they was little, mommy is gonna move y'all away from this craziness. My daughter just said it today. She was like, I be wanting to go visit our family. She said, but the first one try to make my daughter feel crazy because they don't like you. She said, so I'm not even gonna go around. She was like, why would I take my baby around when I already know what they be on? She was like, that's silly. She said, no, I won't be doing that. And she's 22, pumpkin. Her baby is about to be 3. She said, no. She said, I be wanting to take her, but you know how you just have some families, they always gonna be whatever, trying to compare and this and that. And my kids they not in no race with nobody. They not in no competition with nobody. They live like they like to live. So they like, nah. And my family is very materialistic. Like, very, if it ain't expensive, and y'all know, they like everybody else in the world. If it's not top tier and all of this and all of that, and I don't care about none of that. Give me a shirt from Walmart and some sweats, I'm fine. You said you got a problem with my mama, you got a problem with me and mine. That part, and that's how my kids feel. They like, you don't mess with our mama. What is we running over there? Because you didn't did her bad. So what you gonna do to me and my kid? Like, no. No. My kids be like, we gonna cook at home, mama. We ain't moving around. We ain't going to visit nobody. We not doing none of that. Can I ask y'all a question, though? Do y'all kind of understand the whole, if you're not trying to, like, when they said Jesus, your mama and your brothers over there, he was like, who is my mother and who is my brothers? Who? He said, I'm about my father's business. And it's not like you have to disown your family. But if your family is causing you to sin, if your family is causing you to do whatever, if they keeping you up in mess and all of that, If every time you talk to your auntie, you upset, why you keep talking to her? If every time you talk to your cousin, you know they gonna rub you the wrong way, why talk to them? You said, if not, we gonna learn soon. That part. In real life. Why are you irritating yourself? You tempting yourself. I don't care if it's holidays or whatever. Yeah, you gonna miss them, but you probably got some friends that would love to spend that time with you, and you and your kids are gonna have an amazing time. Ain't gonna be no funny stuff. Why not spend it doing that? Why not spend it doing that? Sorry, y'all. Let me go put my nose real quick. Ooh, that might be what this is. Sinus something. Okay. When I tell y'all sinus acting up too. Anybody else got sinuses and all of this congestion and stuff? It's horrible. I woke up, my throat was so dry this morning. I'm like, dang. And I got my humidifier going, and it's still crazy. So it's y'all too? Headaches? Did y'all, anybody had a headache in this last week? Because, baby, when I say my head was throbbing so crazy, I'm like, what? And it came just out of nowhere. I've been tired. I'm like, oh, no. And I'm still taking my vitamins, and I'm still exhausted. Yep, laying here with one now. You got a couple days. Yeah. My son just got through having a sinus infection with a headache. Okay. Okay. Y'all think it's the stuff they spraying in the air? My head, throat, and nose has been all kinds of messed up for a week. Yes! Yes! I'm battling a headache since last night. Yes! That's when mine started. I'm not going to yell. I'm not going to yell. I'm sorry. Baby, that's why I couldn't even talk to my kids. I've been asleep like all day. Yep, I had a headache a couple of days and congestion. My head and stomach been hurting. I felt nauseated a couple of days, like yesterday or the day before. You're fine? Okay. I had a little headache, but not real bad. My nose and throat, though. Yep. You said, and the food. I can see it. I'm battling a headache since last night. Okay. Okay, because I'm like, what the heck? When I say it came out, that's how I burnt my hand. I burnt my hand. Baby, I was trying to talk to my kids, and I'm like this. I'm like, okay. Told my husband 2 days ago, this is the worst headache I've had in months. Exactly. And my ears been popping. Baby, I've been digging in my ears like crazy today. I'm trying to tell you. You said you've been drinking lemon and ginger. I'm going to have to get on it. I've been having, yeah. Okay, so I'm not crazy because, baby, I was fine. And then, like yesterday, it came on a little bit. Before I went to sleep last night, baby, I'm like, I must have ate too much salt. I'm thinking something. I'm like, it's got to be something, baby. My head was pounding, and it was all in here. I was trying to rub it out my neck. First, I thought it was a stress headache. I'm like, what is this? He said, yeah, the urgent care said that everyone is coming in saying it started last Sunday. Y'all, when they start spraying the stuff, hey, Miss Rhodes. Hey, you was a part of my talk with my daddy today, girl. Got my shoes on. Didn't they start spraying the stuff about a week ago? It was about a week ago when people started saying that them drones was spraying something, remember? Y'all remember? Because first it was just the drones. And then about a week ago, it was about between 5 and 7 days, they start saying that what are they spraying? What are they spraying? And now everybody's sick. But you know what I thought about? Y'all want to know what I thought about? Two things. You said I've had a headache today and coughing for about 2 to 3 weeks. Yep. Yep. they checked and said sinuses. I know, because something been in my stuff. Those slight headaches been coming and going for me out of nowhere. Yep. Okay, so think about this. Two things. Because I don't want to say it. Because you know the whatever. So look. This. This. But not this. Everything. This. Right here. This. Okay, listen. What's the movie with the robot and Will Smith? Huh? iRobot. Didn't they have robots and drones that was flying over the city, keeping it so that they knew everything that was going on? Which movie was that? It's a movie that came out probably in the last 20 years where they had the drones, and that's how they watched and knew everything that was going to go on, right? And Fifth Element. That was the one. That's the, okay. That's the one. Both of them, but that's the one. That's the one. Listen. Who remembers us talking about, right? Who remembers us talking about um a certain group of animals being on the hunted list, and it's because they're not going to be tagged? You hear me? Hey, Mr. Avery, you hear what I'm saying? There's going to be animals that are not tagged that are going to be hunted. And they'll probably be hunted from an aerial view. You hear me? Nahimi, y'all, you know, sometimes when you know stuff, you just not supposed to say it out loud. It's a reason I'm talking like I'm talking. I don't know if you know about the AI thing that's going on, but everything that you type can and will be used against you. So you might want to be careful. You might just want to be careful, because typing whatever you want to is not going to be a thing here pretty shortly. That stuff can make people come to your house. So it's the reason I'm talking the way that I am. Gotta read the room. Anyway, so like I said, all right, how about you go do something else with your time? You want to do that? It would be great. For me. Moving on. So, like I said, a lot of times our dad will be telling us certain things, right? And just because we know don't mean we have to say, because sometimes it's safer that way. And so there are People, remember I told you, they run out into the boom, and they ain't good for nobody. But then there's the strategists that have been in the trees for a very long time watching quietly. And so then they can formulate a plan. You know? We talk about that often here. Do we? Yeah. Huh? Okay. Just because you know don't mean you gotta say. That's all I'm saying. People are crazy. Remember I told y'all it's a lot of people I'm not gonna want to be around in the coming years. And are y'all starting to understand why now? If you didn't already, are you starting to understand why? I'm like, yeah, folks, they're just, remember I said, they'll be the people that's, nah, the meeting over there at the red house, you gotta go all the way down, and then, no, you'll see it when you see it. Have you seen the red flowers? They are beautiful. Sometimes if you just walk around, you'll see some beautiful red flowers, and they're not everywhere, but there's this one place where there are these beautiful flowers on the lawn. And my kids and I, we really enjoy just walking the neighborhoods, looking and seeing, all of the beautiful flowers that people plant in their yards. But those red flowers, they stood out. So the next time you're walking, you should check them out. Anybody know what I just said? Anybody know what I just said? You got it? You got it? You got it? You got it? You got it. Okay. Simple things. It's the way to do everything. Yes, they smell lovely, but you're going to need a tool. Hilarious. You see, listen. But do you understand what I'm saying? There is a way to do everything. And this is why I don't be running with a lot of folks, because some folks got to tell people they every move. Oh, I'm about to go over here, and then I think we about to stop at somebody's house. I don't know where I'm going. I'll call you when I get over there. No, the hell you ain't. I'm about to drop you off. Because I don't tell people my every move. What, you got some people following us or something? What, you trying to tell somebody where I'm about to be at? Like you telling them the ETA? Boo, what is you doing? Oh, no, I don't play that. I don't even tell my homegirls when I'm showing up. I'll be there. I might come early, I might come late. But I don't play that. Don't report my every move. I don't do that. Everybody don't need to know every stop I'm making. You said, ma'am, that's my mom. I can't stand that. Yeah, buddy, nigga be waiting on you. No. Where you at? Moving around. Moving around. Well, what's your ETA? Man, I can't even call it. I might be sitting looking at you at my house. Then pulled up in another car. You don't even know who car I'm in. Hey, let me hop in with you right quick. I got a feeling. And be watching you, talking to you, and you don't even know I'm looking at you, baby. Who is you playing with? If I get a feeling in my stomach, I move on it. Some say don't be in your car, hop in. Oh yeah, come run me by my crib real quick. Let me see something. Sitting outside my house. You hear me? On the side, waiting on me to pull in from this way so you can swoop in. Nah, nigga, I done seen you. I didn't seen you. No. She be like, you so secretive. Oh, I'm not secretive, but everybody don't need to know. Oh, yeah, oh. So she, right. Oh, okay. Yeah. Tell my sis good looking. She know what it is. Yo, my, yeah. How old is your mama, Justice? I'm about to see something. How old is she? Did she come up in the Easy E and Ice Cube age? In NWA? Too short? I need to see something real quick. Because if she did, that's why she like that. Oh, okay, yeah. Mm-mm. Yeah, that's why she like that. You said yes, ma'am. Uh-huh, that's why she like that. Mm-hmm. That played a part in it. It did. Mm-hmm. She lived in the ghetto boys era, honey. Folks like that is different. Yeah. She came up in the Bushwick Bill generation. We different. Mm-hmm. Brother Lynch and things. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Mm-hmm. MC8 and The Light. Different breed. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she a different breed. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My grandma from New Orleans and my grandma. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We a different breed, babe. Wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. Mm-mm. He is a different breed, babe. Anybody that was raised by them niggas is a different breed. Cut from a different cloth, Mr. Avery. All day long. Now, there were some people that was alive in that generation, but they didn't take it to heart. You see what I'm saying? So they might be a little different. But for the most of us, yeah. Okay. So let's talk about it. Y'all ready? You said I grew up in that era too, and we different. We a different type of, we think differently. Not all of us, but a lot of us do. We try not to bother nobody. We chill. Because, see, that was like the, you say the wrong thing and you might be having to hit the dirt age. You could be walking with your people and now you trying to dive quickly. So we didn't do a lot of talking back then because it could mean a lot. All the stuff they do now in the 1990s, 91, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, none of that would have went on. Mm-mm. None of that would have went on. Kept our head on swivel, had to. So you chose your words carefully then, cause baby, let y'all be walking back from the party, nigga. All you see is some niggas hit their lights, and you better know how to run and dive, whatever you gotta do. You can't be talking crazy to people and then walking off. That wasn't gonna happen. You don't get to do that kind of crazy stuff. Choose your words. Oh, that part. That Mari, you might talk about Ricky. Stop it. You so crazy. Yes, that. All of it. All of that. Listen. Mm-hmm. We grew up in a different time. New Jack City, stuff like that. It was different. We had a different life. Oh God, Lord Jesus, come on. We going to Deuteronomy 29. Come on. Oh, we can never be serious ever. We cannot ever be serious. I love it here too. I do. I honestly do. I'm very grateful for y'all. I'm very grateful that we have a great time here, especially because the world is where it is. Like, God allowed us to have so much joy and great things happening. We didn't have to go through it all crazy, like, and it flew by. This could have been a grueling process, but He let us laugh and cry together every day. Learn and grow. We spent the last 3 years on some for real soul searching and all sorts of things. You know what I mean? Right before it got ready to get crazy, and I'm grateful for that. That was like the peace before the storm. You know what I'm saying? He let us just get enveloped in our own small little world to where we could work on ourselves and grow and, experience some things before the chaos, you know, which strengthen our hearts and strengthen our minds and strengthen our faith. So I'm grateful. You know what I mean? Can't complain. For real, for real. I don't want nothing else. Y'all ready? We in the New International Version. Let's go. Now, if I tear up, just don't worry about it, because this is what had me crying earlier. Y'all ready? Miss Tawana Rhodes, this is for you, because I don't know if you heard the first part of class, but I was sitting on the toilet and I looked down at my shoes and he said, your shoes will never wear out. And then I started crying, and then I was trying to put my lashes stuff on. So you were part of this. I actually thought about you. Looking at my shoes, thought about you, and then he said my shoes will never wear out. So I want to thank you for being a part of something that God spoke to me years ago when I was out on my own. I tell you that. Thank you for being a part of that. You the reason I was crying about today. Let's go. These are the terms of the covenant the Lord commanded Moses to make with the Israelites in Moab, in addition to the covenant he made with them at Horeb. Now, I know y'all read the top, it say renewal. Can you tell me the definition of renewal, please? What's the definition of renewal? Hello? To make new. Listen, girl, you made me cry all day. To be made whole again. To make new and to be made whole again. What y'all got over here? That's it? That's all? An instance of resuming an activity or state after an interruption. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm like, wait a minute. There's something else. So, the replacing or repair of something that is worn out, run down, or broken. Okay, Amber, this is what I was looking for, to make new too. But this, after an interruption and something that wasn't no good, but making it back good. To make new, refresh, and make strong again. Okay, now we going. Yeah. Yeah. So, I need you to write down, not right now, but before the new year, all of every definition you can find for renewal, I need you to write it down in your journal. All of that you saw. To be made whole again. The instance of resuming an activity or state after an interruption. The replacing or repair of something that is worn out, run down, or broken. To make new, fresh, and strong again. All of that. I need you to write all of that to begin the process of making whole. Come on, Mr. White. Come on. Okay? Because guess what? This world has worn us down, run us down, and left us broken. Has it not? There are things that have interrupted our lives to where we felt like we would never get back on track. No? Anybody? Anybody feel like you tired of starting over, but this time when you start over, you want it to be that, and that's just it? Okay, I need y'all somewhere in your journal, somewhere in your notes, to write down all the definitions that you see for renewal. Okay? Please. You're in that season right now. Come on. Yeah. Ooh. I just heard that song in my mind. Yeah. Yeah. Stop it. Yeah. Yeah. That. Okay. Me, that's how I've been feeling since being here at WOIU. Well, come on in. Well, come on in with the renewal then. Well, come on in. Hopefully you do. Hopefully this be like a spiritual hospital for some of y'all. You said yes. I literally got trapped by two women fighting in the parking lot today. The security pulled up. Uh-oh. Hold on. Wait a minute. That's crazy. All right. It says, Moses summoned all the Israelites and said to them, your eyes have seen all that the Lord did in Egypt to Pharaoh, to all his officials, and to all his land. With your own eyes, you saw those great trials, those signs and great wonders. Excuse me. But to this day, the Lord has not given you a mind that understands, or eyes that see, or ears that hear. You just said I saw the miracles. You just said I saw the trials. You just said that I watched Pharaoh and his people be drowned. I watched you make the wall of water. He said, but you still don't even understand. You still can't even really hear me, and you still can't even really see what I'm doing. So we've all seen miracles. We got stories about what God did for us. He said, but guess what? He still hasn't really even given you the understanding of why you went through what you went through. You saw it. You heard it. You experienced it. But you didn't understand it. You watched him come through. You saw the trouble come. You saw the trouble come. You watched him come through. You watched him bring you out of it. But you still didn't even understand why. It's not until he opens your eyes spiritually for you to see and actually understand. Okay. We talk about the black sheep thing. I experienced it. I watched God slay my enemies. I do mean slay. I watched him make them my footstool. I watched all of that. You hear me? But I still didn't understand. I watched him let me be, I went through being homeless. I went through him putting me in the house. But I still didn't understand. It wasn't until he opened my eyes up and said, I need you to have a lot of experiences. Now, this for me. I can't say it was for you, but this for me. Because you're going to be leading nations. Moses was leading nations of people. This is why for 40 years, he had to go and be around all of the nations. Because it wasn't just Israelites. They had slaves and servants and people that they had married that were from other nations. So he was not just leading Israelites. And we're going to see it. You hear me? You have to understand that the things that you went through are bigger than you could ever imagine for what it is that you are going to do in life. Do you understand what I'm saying? You thought you having kids early was going to be horrible. You didn't know you was going to help other people be parents. You didn't know that you struggling through school and crying every day, walking to school, car breaking down, and all you trying to do is going to, get your family out of a situation. You didn't know that you was going to be training nurses in school, and you was going to have to tell them, baby, I know it's hard, but I guarantee you this: if you get up every day, God is going to allow you to finish school. He's going to do it every single day. Get up and ask him, because guess what? They could have had somebody in that space saying, oh, you're not going to make it, you should just drop out. You know what? You're right. You can always come back later. You have got to be the person that went through all of the ugly to stand in position when you see your younger self coming up and say, come here. Don't listen to them. God got something for you. It's hard because God is going to use you. It's just not time. Come on. Come on. Come on. You have to have something to lead. You got to have experience. The reason God chose David is because he protected his sheep. He fed the sheep. He made sure they was healthy. Jacob too. Moses. All of these people. But they had to have experience in management, conflict resolution. They had to be able to train. You hear me? You hear me? Because he was going to have to be able to go around to everybody and know that they was in place. But if you ain't never did it, you don't know what they doing. You don't know if they out of place if you ain't, okay, if I started a job as a janitor and I work through every position all the way up until I become the CEO or the CFO or whatever else it is, I can go through every department and know where they supposed to be because I did every job. So I'll be able to tell you, even if you're doing it correctly, oh, you're sitting up in that office. No, honey, I did your job. I did that. It ain't a job in here that I ain't had to do. There's not one job in here that I ain't had to do. So if I walk through here as the boss, I know what you're supposed to be doing. I know where you're supposed to be at. I know how long your lunch was because I had that job first. It's not a position in here that I ain't had to work. Do you see what I'm saying? You can't be disconnected from the people that you are going to be leading. You can't. So God allowed his people to go out and be around all kinds of people. Because you're going to be leading nations. It ain't just one race of people at your job. Is it? Where you go to school or at your business? Is it just one race, one culture of people, one race of people? No. But you get to be the Jesus that all of those cultures get to see. No? No? It don't matter if they from the Middle East, from Asia, from Africa, from Russia. That's nations. So if you got a lot of different ethnicities working at your job, God is already taking you to the nations. You can tell an Arab person about Jesus. You can tell a Buddhist person about Jesus. You can tell an atheist person about Jesus. You can tell. No? Hello? Y'all sleep? Unless you only work with people from America. And I'm not talking about people that was born here. I'm talking about facts and learn their cultures as well. Come on. Come on. Come on. Everybody in here work with somebody else from somewhere else. You heard me? So God has already put you in a place to talk to several people from several different nations, even if it's not a lot. You can learn, like Mari said, understand. Because most times a person ain't gonna listen to you if you only you gotta try to know something about that. I mean, and with Google, as soon as they tell you where they from, it ain't hard to go find that. You hear me? It ain't. But you learn more about God when you don't close your mind off to what all that He has done here. You hear me? God is all everything that you've been through is so that you okay. Is there abuse in every culture? Is there abuse in every culture? Is there rejection in every culture? Is there greed in every culture? Separation in every culture? Whether it be from the rich or the poor, the light and the dark, the whatever. It is it. So are we any different? Come on, Gia. If nothing else, you can start there. Not forming trauma bonds, but understanding how pain runs through every single race of people or ethnicity of people on this planet. There's plenty of parents in all different races that have disowned their children. It don't matter if they white, black, Yugoslavian, whatever else. It's been a discarded kid somewhere. There's an abused parent somewhere in every ethnicity. So in our reality, God is giving you tools. If there are things, the things that you went through in your life are for everybody else. So that other people can be blessed by your sacrifice. You might have had to walk. Well, maybe God let them be on the bus, but they still going through the same thing about getting to work on time. You never know why what you went ahead and went through or how what you went ahead and went through is going to help the generations after you. Because let's just go. We're going to see. Here we go. Here we go. God is renewing you because don't nobody want nothing used most times. And what I mean by that is if it look like trash, you don't want it. Now, I'll take some stuff that I know I can put together. You hear me? That's that part, Jamila. You see what I'm saying? I rehab it, but if it's broken completely down and it ain't good wood, it ain't nothing I can do with it. Right? So God wants to take you to His people renewed. So you might get emotional when you tell a story, but it won't be the same. Like I cry tears. I just did today. But it ain't the tears that I was crying when it was happening. You hear what I'm saying? Them was a different set of tears. There was a God, why are you letting this happen to me? Why is this happening? They were tears of sadness. Now when I cry those tears, it's God, I can't believe you brought me through that tears. They're actually happy tears. To think about all that He did for me when I was out here this 40 years or so by myself, 35 years by myself or whatever it is. You hear me? It's a real thing to understand that God has, listen, it might be little to y'all, it ain't little to me. When I was thinking about chocolate candy or whatever it is, and I go to the post office box and I cry, that's them same tears. When I get my book pants on and they match the shoes my son just sent me, and y'all didn't know, and two different people. Because I literally said, well, I really don't got nothing to wear with these. He said, oh, don't worry about it. You have 4 pair of pants and a cup. You hear me? You can wear them tennis shoes 4 days a week if you want to. Because I know you like brown and cream or brown and tan. I know you like it. That's your favorite. Okay? So that don't seem like nothing to nobody else. But the fact that he know I love books, he sent me 4 pairs of pants from 2 different people, and the fact that one person sent WOIU on the pants, and one person sent CERCA TROVA on her 2 pair, that they're not even the same pants. They both picked a different lock lady. It's neither one of the lock ladies is the same. You see what I'm saying? Different shirt color or this or that. So even in the uniformity of the pattern, they're not the same. That don't mean nothing to nobody, but it means a lot to me. Do you see what I'm saying? It means so much more, especially when people were always trying to leave me out of stuff. And a lot of times it would be the very people that God told me to bless. You see what I'm saying? So to know that when you used to think about everybody else and nobody really thought about you, when God sent somebody to think about you in your wilderness, when he has somebody come drop some manna down and some whatever else that you need just for that day, it ain't even got to be the whole fix to my situation. God, I just need this today. I'll worry about tomorrow when tomorrow comes. You ain't never had a situation like that? You ain't never had a situation where I can't worry about 2 days from now, God. I just need you to take care of this problem today, and tomorrow it's going to worry about itself. Your manna for that day, it could be the money to get a tire that you didn't have. And somebody call and say, girl, I forgot I owed you some money. I just sent it to you. And right when you at the tire place, it pinged. That's your manna for the day. So you ain't worried about tomorrow. You just need this problem today. So when you think about the things that's in your mind, or something, a prayer you had for your kid, and you like, God, I release it to you, and then he fixed it that same day when you've been trying to figure it out, when you've been trying to get it through their head or whatever else, and then he let them have the epiphany as soon as you let it go. I just talked to my daughter today, and Mom, I'm so happy you taught us to cook, and you don't just cook random and this and this and this and this and this, because baby, I can throw down, and I got that from you and said, not miss, I don't want to have to cook. I always want to eat. Now you're thankful for it because you realize a lot of people don't know how to cook. You grateful that I can, you know how to go in the grocery store and get yourself. You remember when you wasn't? Circa, this just happened to me today. It's crazy. Family members calling to ask kids what they want for Christmas. I was blown away because God, no, I can't. I cried. Come on. I be trying to tell y'all. He'll make you cry happy tears. And it don't come from where you think it's going to come from. And the same people that talk crazy about you be the same people he'll make bless you. You hear me? Hey. Hello. You hear me? The same people that talk crazy gotta make them same people bless you. You don't understand. Listen. This is why I just be over here. You don't have to worry. If you don't have it, he's already taken care of it. Say it with me. If I don't have it, that means he's already taken care of it. Say it. Type it too. If I don't have it, that means he's already taken care of it. Hello? If I don't have it, that means he's already taken care of it. Okay. Because every time you think you have to have it, guess what? You knock him out the box. I gotta get this and I don't gotta get nothing. I'm waiting on my dad. He's gonna send me what he want me to have, and most times what he send me is better than what I was gonna ask for. He said, I already know what you need before you need it. If I don't have it, that means it's already taken care of. That's right. He already got it. So I quit stressing. People like, well, you ain't got the money. I don't gotta have it. He got it. I didn't try to get it. Evidently, that ain't what he wants. So I'm going to sit down. I sat down and my phone ring. And whatever I was trying to figure out, he had already figured it out. That's why you keep... Okay, let's do this simpler. Anytime you keep trying to open the door and it's closed, it ain't that door. He's already taking care of it. And you will keep trying to run and making yourself frantic, trying to open doors. I ain't got time for that. I'm about to sit down at the end of the hallway until the right door light up. It'll go green, and then I'm going to take my key card and put it in there to work. Not about to keep running up and down in this elevator, trying all these doors in this hotel, trying to see which one my blessing is in. He already know when he going to bring it. So let me sit back, read my Bible, write in my journal, listen to some music, whatever it is I'm supposed to be doing. Get busy doing his work, and it'll show up. And I ain't going to say that was an easy lesson to learn. It was not. But I'm trying to help y'all not have to do all the stressing I had to do. So, don't drive yourself crazy. I just told my daughter this the other day about my grandbaby. She was like, I'm trying to move and this and that. I said, she ain't going to remember. She said, Mama, I said, hold on, watch this. Say, Merry Christmas. She looked at her. She said, stinking. Merry Christmas. She said, Merry Christmas. Right? And my daughter started laughing. I said, no, wait 2 minutes. And then say this. Happy Halloween. She said, Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. She don't know what day it is. So you being stressed out because you can't get her. She think today is her birthday. Say happy birthday. Watch what she do. She starts singing happy birthday. Happy birthday to me. She got all happy. I said, girl, it could be the 4th of July. She don't know. You stressed out. And I'm going to tell you what my baby just said today. She said, Mom, whether we had a lot or a little, you always made Christmas special. And when sometimes they didn't have no gifts, because gifts was me buying all your clothes for this next season. Or a new comforter set. It wasn't no toys. I promise you it wasn't. And she said it today. I said, listen, go get her some learning stuff. She got all them toys. She don't play with them. Go get her some learning stuff. That's what she needs. She's 2, about to be 3. She needs all her little books and all her. I said, other people are going to buy her stuff. Don't worry about it. You know they about to cash out. She the only grandbaby. You ain't even got to worry about it. Girl, get your house. Get your house. You hear me? You ain't got. And then my other daughter called, talking about, I'm about to buy this for her. I said, yep, she don't even know. She over there stressed out. And God didn't already put your babies on somebody else's mind. Listen. I be trying to tell y'all how it works. I'm 30 years into this thing. That's why I said, where can you work at 11? Where can you work at 12? Where can you work at 13? Nowhere. But I ate every day. I was able to bathe. Like, all the things that you need. And I didn't have to steal, do nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, God will bless you. That's why I did. I got us a little bigger solar generator, and that's what I told them was more important. And God turned around and gave you the rep. Give me your arm so I can pinch you when you fed me. Give me your arm. Come on, give me your grandma arm. Give it to me. Put it up. Get it. My hands are soft too. I put some lotion on, but this is gonna hurt. Put your arm up. Go on and do it like this. Put your arm up so I can get that for me. Under there, the grandma arms we got. Come on. I don't see no arm yet. Come on. Put it up there. Because I'm about to pitch. What I tell you about when you get what you're supposed to, he brings what you want. Girl, because I be trying to tell y'all, sometimes y'all think I be just up here talking. When you do the responsible thing, he bring you all the rest of the stuff. Good. She said that hurt. Good. It's supposed to. And I twisted a little bit and pulled down when I came down off of that. Like that. Listen. When you do the responsible thing, he brings your wants. He said, but be responsible with the little I give you, and I'll multiply everything you got. You won't have to worry, y'all. I think y'all the reason I got more gray hair. I'm sure of it. Because it's everywhere now. I think you guys did this to me. You see it? It wasn't in the back when I met y'all. It wasn't all of this. This come from y'all. You see it? You see how white that is? Can you see it? It's real white right here. This is y'all. This is y'all right here. Y'all bring these. See how white that is? Look at it. You see it? That's y'all. Y'all be doing that. When I be having to pinch y'all and fuss at y'all, this is y'all right here. Mm-hmm. This y'all. I need y'all to listen. This is the thing. Again. We will trust in man before we trust in people, and that's not what you're supposed to do. You do what he asks you to do, and I promise you, he will always come through. Always. He can't fail. You hear me? Can I be honest with you? We make a lot of stuff harder than it has to be. You don't have to trust to breathe, do you? You just breathe. You don't have to trust to pee. You just sit on the toilet and go. You believe that when you sit down, your body is going to do what it's supposed to do. You believe when you don't even have to think about breathing. You just do. Yeah? No? Do you worry about the food you put down your throat coming out of your stomach, or do you just know that it is? I'm being serious, y'all. Do you have to tell yourself to breathe? No, we just know it and that's it. Okay. Ask God to make your faith like breathing or eating. Something you don't even think about. It's just there. You just do it or subconsciously. Your faith. You just automatically have it. Just ask God to make your faith like your breathing. Where it's just natural to do it. Just natural. I don't know. I ain't about to worry about it. I just know he gonna work it out. Nope. You're welcome. Because it's a thing. Your faith needs to be as natural as breathing. The same way you don't worry about breathing is the same way your faith, like you don't worry. God said, don't worry. I love you, Pumpkin. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. And it's a learned behavior. It's a learned thing. Like how they tell you, like birth. Birthing, breathing. Right? They tell you when you going through birth, you gotta, I can't think of what it's called, but Lamaze, thank you. It's been 21 years, 22 almost for me. Thank you. I ain't had to do that forever. Hallelujah. Salvation and glory. Thank you, Lord, that I have not had to do no breathing. I done birthed some things, but it ain't been no children. Listen, here. I shouldn't be saying that, but thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Anyway, it needs to be, it's fine. I know what you meant. It is, you have to find a focal point and breathe, and Jesus should be it. All the stuff he already brought you through should be it. Now y'all see why I don't relive the horrible things so that I could be sad. I actually get to go back. Sometimes I ask him to bring things that I've been through back to my mind because I want to tell him thank you, because I might not have back then. I might have been too stressed out to say thank you with a heartfelt thank you. It was just, whoo, thank you, God. Not, God, I really thank you. Because every day he come through for you. It ain't been one day that he haven't. Now, he might not give you what you want, but what you want might be leading you away from him. So he's not going to do that. He's not going to keep giving you stuff that's going to make you get farther and farther away from him. He's not going to. And if a lot of stuff is happening, it's to push you closer to him. Do you understand? Especially when it's like waves and it's back to back to back to back. Oh, yeah, he needs you to run to him real fast. He needs you to stay in his face a lot. Okay? You understand? Like when the contractions get closer together, that means the baby's almost here. That means your trial is almost over. You hear what I'm saying? And the pain, it gets more excruciating. The uncomfortableness, you don't want nobody to touch you or nothing. Just leave me alone. Let me be. Let me breathe. Get away from me. Go. Don't touch me. But then it could be your significant other or a nurse or somebody that comes in and they just lightly tap you and they say, hey, it's almost time. Come on. Hey, it's all right. It's almost over. I know you're uncomfortable. I know, but are you excited to see what you're going to birth out today? Are you excited to see what the world is going to get to see through you? Are you excited to see how many people are going to be helped with this pain that you're going through? Okay, are you ready? Come on now, push. It's time. Light is on now. Boom. They got the table laid out, waiting for the blessing that's about to come through you. You hear me? They got everything prepared for what you're about to birth. Okay, don't believe me? Look at this. God kept telling me for such a time as this. I've been telling people the same thing for God knows how many years. And then he prepared the people that were supposed to receive it. But I have been going through birthing pains for 5 to 10 years. Really longer than that, but the contractions got worse in the last 10 years. In the last 5 years, they were almost excruciating. Baby, I thought he was about to take me up out the game for real. But look what he birthed. Look what he birthed. Look what he birthed. This came through pain. This came through contractions. This came through can't sleep on one side, can't sleep on the one side, don't know if I'm going to have the stuff when my baby come. Don't know if I'm going to be ready. Don't know what kind of parent I'm going to be to this child because I kind of went through something while I was pregnant with the baby. And I pray that it don't affect what it is that I'm about to deliver. You see what I'm saying? You hear me? But just like them gifts coming to your baby today, right? I would be in a situation and God say, oh, girl, I forgot you was pregnant here. I forgot you birthing something out. I thought about you and I picked up all of this stuff that you gonna need in a couple months. Okay? And then somebody else call and say, oh, girl, I got these lights for you. I don't know what I got no lights for. I ain't talking to nobody. God told me you supposed to go and do your YouTube. Girl, please. Up pen every hour on the hour. Come on. You alert. You awake. You can see your body changing. Do you hear me? Somebody done brought the crib. Somebody done bought the baby bed. Somebody done bought the bassinet. Somebody bought the wipes and the diapers and the. All I gotta do is carry it and grow it, nurture it. That's all I gotta do. God is gonna provide every single thing else because He put it there. He's not like the fathers of this earth that put things in places and don't take care of it when they put it there. That ain't His MO. Anything He sow in your spiritual womb, baby, He gonna be there. You want some chicken? I know you do. I know you want some chicken. I'm about to go make it. Matter of fact, it's already on the way. I'm about to snuggle up next to you. What else? You want me to rub your stomach? That's what you want me to do? I know you want some ice cream. I already put it in the refrigerator because you ain't about to have me getting up going to the store in the middle of the night. Your pickle in there too. I ain't got time. I've been through this with you before. Well, we don't have the baby bed. I got it. Don't worry about it. It don't got to be right here, right now. It'll be here for the baby come home. Then you go sit at your mama house because you mad because he didn't get your pickle and you come home and the bed put up in the baby room. You didn't know that was the whole thing. He got you mad on purpose. He got you a little upset because he knew he was going to leave. You didn't know that the baby bed was in the back of the car. You don't always got to be here to see everything that's going on. Let him surprise you. You like, girl. I already know, Miss Rose. I already know. Stop it. He put it down in you. When they get ready to come to fruition, He gonna take care of it. When He kept telling me, I'm taking you to the nations, I kept saying, how are you gonna do that? And you ain't gonna let me work, so how I'm getting stuff. And I'm gonna do this. He said, I got you pregnant, didn't I? I put my seed down in you. Okay, then. I'm not like these niggas. I take care of what I implant. I got you. You hear me? You hear me? I take care of what I plant. You hear me? So don't worry about it. Everything that baby and that whatever I'm sowing into you, everything that I'm asking you to carry, everything that I'm asking you to take care of yourself so that it could be healthy when I bring it out of you, you ain't gonna have to worry about it. You said, I hear you. Well, come on, Toya. You said, I hear you. Okay, then quit stressing. If God gave you the idea, He is going to take care of it. He is going to bring it to fruition. He's going to pay for it. He's going to fund it. He's going to do it. Do you hear me? You don't have to worry. Everybody, if God gave you an idea, and you ain't trying to steal nobody else's, but He gave you an idea. If you've always thought about it, you see yourself doing it, you can do it in your sleep, He's going to do it. He's going to do it. You said I'm smiling so big. Well, good. I don't know. He gonna do it. That's all I know. Give me a second. We went to the restroom. Then I'm gonna show you something. Just hold up. Well, maybe this is what this was for. Cause baby, I was super emotional. I'm like, God, thank you for always taking care of me. Crazy. For the next couple of days, I want y'all to do an exercise for me if you can, if you're able to. For the next 5 days, or how many days we got left in this? What's today? The 22nd. For the next, 8 days, 7 days, whatever. I want you to every day try to think of a time when God let you down. Every single day. Okay? Not didn't give you what you want. It's the 22nd where I am. Not he didn't let you have your way. I want you to try to think every single day of a time when God let you down. Every day. Not when he didn't give you what you wanted and let you have. Not that. When he let you down. Try to think of something. I bet you won't be able to. You won't be able to. Because he don't let you down. He might not give you what you want. But he don't let you down. But try to think of a time. Try to think of one. And I'm talking about your whole life. Okay? So then why second guess that he gonna do it now? As your faith grows, your tests grow. In the kindergarten, when you in 12th grade, you're not still getting square plus square equals what? You're doing trigonometry, chemistry, all these other things. Your tests your experiences are going to go deeper. It's not just going to be surface math and surface science. You start getting into the more intricate things of whatever it is that you're studying. And right now you're studying faith. No? That's one of your studies right now is how to have faith. Is it not? But your faith should be like breathing. It should just happen. It's going to happen. And how you do it is, it's not in my control. I'm not in control of any of my situations. God is in control. That is where faith starts, when you let go and allow God to be who he is. You said you was in my business today. Well, I love you. Your faith don't start when you can figure it out. It don't. That's why I be like, I don't know how he's going to do it. I don't know. When I got ready to move here, everybody's like, what are you going to do? I said, let God do what he do. Leave me alone. Quit asking me. Because I'm already going through. I don't want you to keep asking me about my problem. How about we talk about what we think God going to do? How about that? You don't want to talk about that? Well, let's get off the phone then. Because that's all I'm thinking about is how he going to change it. And he ain't rushed to do it, so I'm just going to wait here. But you asking me, well, what you going to do? Well, what you going to do? How you going to do that? You ain't got no job. He ain't let me get up. Leave me alone. You've been around for 20 years. How many times, how many jobs you see me work? But you done came to some beautiful houses, beautiful apartments. I done came and picked you up in cars. You see my kids, they be dressed out right here, stay done. We got food in here because I be sending you out my house with bags. So what I'm trying to figure out is why is you worried about something that I'm not worried about? It don't matter what it look like to you. I always got something to help you and I ain't got no damn job. Baby, he gave me Job 2 the other day. I said, what you texting to tell me? He said, I need you to trust me. I'm building your faith. I'm trying to tell you. Sis, I'm trying to live it in front of y'all. You do realize that my pay depends on if we have enough to send out, right? There is no for sure check coming here. I have to live on faith every day. Y'all watching me do it. every y'all done watch me do it for almost 36 months. And it didn't just start with TikTok. Y'all done hurt my kids. Yeah, nah, you ain't heard no man voice in here except for my son. And the maintenance people. You said that's my story, always saying that you don't have a job, but you do. And when I see, I told y'all about this. My cousin just said it to me today, and it warmed my heart. Because she know we come from the same stock. Her daddy, my mama and her daddy used to be best brothers and sisters. They was the tightest out of all of the brothers and sisters. So they act just alike. They got saved at the same time. Okay? If you're feeling me, in the 70s, honey, they got the Holy Ghost in the 70s, honey. And they was the first two people in their family saved, and Jesus, you hear me? Girl, we couldn't spend the night. We couldn't, nothing. It was crazy. So, schooling and having a good job and having a nice house and always having, that is a thing in my family. I'm trying to tell you. So if you don't work, if you not riding no brand new car, if your kids ain't got on all the latest and all of this old stuff, honey, you're not doing nothing in my family. They gonna have something to say. Well, what is you doing? I mean, right? But remember when I told you that all of my cousins have called me at one time or another, and their parents, and I had to minister to not only the parent, the kid, and the grandkid. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? I'm talking about life experience, like crazy stuff. If I had their same mentality, I wouldn't have been available to help in those situations. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying everybody ain't supposed to work, because I have had jobs. I've done hair. I got hustles. God has blessed me to be able to do a lot of things, okay? So it wasn't like it wasn't just no money. It's just I did not have a job that I clocked into, but I worked a lot. I just didn't work for nobody a lot. I didn't have something where I could say, you could come to my job, but baby, folks would be coming to my house. And my mama got to see when I had moved back to Arizona the last time. She like, well, what y'all gonna do and this and that? I said, God about to send his money. Within 1 week, it was easy for me to clear $500, $600, $700 a day. Clients. God sent me a hydraulic chair for $10. Wasn't nothing wrong with it. Then I went somewhere and found an IKEA, not an armoire, but a buffet thing. I used it for my station. Fit perfectly on my side. Had a beautiful drawer. You wouldn't even know it was a station in there. Then God turned around and sent me a desk that I could do my dry station on right down in my thing. So I'm doing hair from sun up to sundown. Ain't been in the city 2 weeks. So my brother and my mom and them coming over like, dang, every time I come over here, you got 4 clients waiting. And do. And do. They come here at 3 o'clock in the morning. They're knocking on my door. 3. I got to get up and get ready at 2:30 in the morning. Folks is knocking on my door, coming to get their hair done before they go to work. Sew-ins. Iron outs. Lashes. You hear me? They got to be at work at 8. They at my house at 3:30. Hustle hard. Come on, Carlos. This is the thing. It don't matter what it look like to people. It matters what it is. They still don't think I have a job right now. They don't consider this a job. She still ain't working. She got that little podcast, I guess, but girl, she still ain't got no job. Hold on. But you know what my cousin said today? She said, cousin, you a doctor like Amy wanted you to be. You a lawyer like your daddy wanted you to be. She said, you this, you that. Everything that they said you should have been, you are. You help people with legal matters. You help people with their body. You help people with their mind. You help people with the scripture. You help people. She was like, you're everything that they said you wasn't. But just because you don't have a certificate saying that you're qualified to do it, don't mean you ain't doing it. She's older than me, so she the one that taught me how to walk. I started walking because of her, like physically. So she's known me my whole life. She heard everything everybody said, and she even admits she used to say the same stuff. She said, because I've been around you 7 years, and she said, literally, she's living a different life now. 7 years we've been talking. This is the one I told y'all for 7 years. God had me send her a scripture every day, and she's like, girl, she don't know if she want to be on the pole or the pulpit. Thanks, cousin. Like, nigga hadn't danced in 10 years, but y'all still saying it. And we cackle about it now, but it wasn't funny. But they didn't know I was ministering in the club. Helping people walk away from addiction and alcohol, all kinds of stuff. People was getting beat by their pimps. I'm helping them escape pimps and everything. So even though I was in the club, I still had a different job. People started coming up to me and asking me to pray for them in the strip club, y'all. Hey, can you, my grandma, chicks coming up, hey, you got some of that oil, can you anoint me? Come on, in a club. And this ain't just one club, it's several. Nah, I know you be praying, come on with that, because this nigga trying to, come on. Whole circles of women probably that hadn't prayed in years. Some of them never knew God because they grew up in homes where Jesus wasn't even a thing. You don't know. It don't matter what it looked like to you. But you know what God would always do? I'll be out somewhere with people that don't know my life. And then the person that everybody else is like worried about and they come up to me and be like, what's up with you? How you doing, man? I just want to tell you thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because that advice you gave me working, they'd be like, you didn't tell me you knew them. I didn't have to. As a counselor, you don't run and tell all the business that they tell you on the counseling couch, honey. You don't know who I didn't talk to. You don't know who I've come in contact with. And just because I don't throw their names and be all out in the we had a counseling session. It don't matter if they a star or not. I know how to be a vault. You hear me? Maybe you're not trustworthy enough with the information. Maybe God can't trust you with his people. And maybe he plans to trust you with his people, but you're not ready yet. Maybe you came up in a messy family, so that's what just you used to. And people always come talk to you, but then there'll be a period where they don't. And it might be because you're repeating their business. When God has called you to be his vault and people are going to pour their life into you, you cannot run telling their business everywhere. Sometimes you can't even tell people that you know people. But God is going to show who you know. God is going to show what you did. It don't matter what it look like to people. I promise you it don't. You don't. Like, after a while, I didn't care. I'm like, yeah, I ain't got a job, but I always can help you. Whether it be with advice on how to do something, your hair, your body, food you eating, all of these different things. You can call me and get it, but the main thing you want to say is she ain't got no job. Well, I sure do got the information to be helping your life. Name one thing you done sent me or told me that's going to help mine. I'm listening. Because I don't have to call you for advice. And you got a job and a house and a car and all of these beautiful things. And yet you still can't figure your life out. You ain't making me feel no damn type of way. None. My calling ain't your calling and your calling ain't my calling. Don't worry about it. Just know whatever needs to be done, God gonna take care of it. I don't gotta be saying, oh, ain't nobody ever. That ain't my story. And you mad. Maybe you should get some. People be mad at your favor. But they don't understand the trials and tribulations you had to go through to birth out whatever it is you are living today. They just see you where you at right now. They don't know what it took to get for you to be okay to leave your house, or for you to be okay just to look at yourself or to live with the things that you've done. They wasn't there for that transition. They don't know what God is bringing you through. Like, they don't know. And people always want to tell you what you should be doing. No, you need to mind your business and worry about what God wants you to do. God bless you too, Mr. Dudley. You heard me? I don't let people tell me what I should be doing, as far as, like, if it's not getting me closer to God or helping me understand God or whatever else it is. I don't really care about your view. Well, if God wanted you to do this, you don't even understand God's way. Why am I even listening to you? You don't have no faith. So yeah, you don't understand why. And what I mean by that, when people be like, you trusting in God, you trust in yourself. You trust in your experience. You trust in your career. You trust in your knowledge. We ain't the same. Because yours has to come from something you did. Mine don't have to. I don't have to have it or not. He's still going to bring it. CERCA, I feel like that about my aunt, because she always telling me to get a job, and she a minister. I'll be wanting to say, where your faith? Quit your job and depend on God. But I don't. Girl, just live it. Listen, that reminds me, like, okay, so right before COVID, I have been calling all the ministers that used to, like, not calling them, but, we talked. They called me, I called them. And they used to be like, sis, you need to get a church. You ain't got no covering. The Bible say you supposed to, whatever scriptures they used to be trying to say as to why I need to be in church and I need to have somebody over me teaching me and this and that, right? And so I started asking them, and this was in like 2014, 2015, 2016. I said, what y'all gonna do if they shut church down? Since you always telling me, forsake not to assemble yourselves. I said, there was times in the Bible where they couldn't just meet up at church. They could be unalived for doing that. Or the churches, the Romans and different people, the Babylonians closed their tabernacles and stuff. So do you think that they lost God because they couldn't go to a temple? I said, so is you still going to be saved if you can't go to church? Oh, I'm always going to be able to go to church. COVID happened. I called them. I said, how your walk with Christ doing? That's crazy. Y'all can't go to church, huh? The churches is closed. So is y'all backsliding now because y'all ain't going to church? What y'all going to do? You can't go to church. Ooh, pray to God, because, honey, I don't want y'all to backslide. If you only got, girl, Rika, they used to hang up in my face. I gotta go. And I'm petty like that. I'm petty like that, girl. Because y'all kept telling me I wasn't saved because I didn't go to church. Well, now you niggas can't go. So what's up? Is you backsliding? You ain't laid up, is you? You been sneaking and drinking? You been tipping and sipping? What you been doing? You ain't been to church. Because if church is the only reason your Holy Ghost work, baby, you lost anyway. What do you think happened when God sent them people in the wilderness by themselves? Wasn't no church in the wild. God sent them into places where people didn't even believe in God. And they lived there for 40 years. They had to be able to find Jesus where they was at. They had to, come on. Why he send them away from where the churches was then? Why was John the Baptist in the wilderness for 40 years when it was all the tabernacles in Jerusalem and stuff? Tell me. It was tabernacles in Ethiopia, Sudan, everywhere. It was tabernacles everywhere. Why he didn't send them to where they had church? Why he sent them where it wasn't no church? If the only place you can find God is at church. When Moses went up on the mountain, and Abraham, them, and all of these people, wasn't no church over there. And they heard God louder than they did and more clear than they did when they was around the people. Matter of fact, why whenever they need to hear from God, God sent them out into the wherever. Jesus went away from the people to hear. He went away from all the believers to hear in what God, testing your faith and separating the wheat from the tares. Come on. If the only way you can be saved is if you go to church, I'm scared for you. Because they about to close the churches down for good. Unless you're going to be going to the one world religion church. So if you ain't got God in your house and you ain't got God at your job for real, oh, we about to see. Because the only churches that's about to be open now is the one world religion. Here in a minute. Very shortly. So then what? You going to go worship in the synagogue of Satan because you got to be in church? Because you ain't going to be able to worship nobody out loud but him. So what? What then? What you going to do? When you can't assemble with the saints. What you going to do? Oh, I can't miss church, so you're going to be going to the synagogue of Satan? Okay. That's where he wants us to be, in the wilderness, knocking and seeking. I'm trying to tell you. I found God at church, but I didn't know him at church. I got to know him in the wilderness. That's where I got to know him. That's where I got to trust him. That's where if I would have stayed around my parents, my faith would not. If I would have stayed around my family, my faith would not be like this. I would be like the average religious person. I already know. Because none of them is like me. My cousin is coming around, and my kids. And what I'm saying, not like me, but they all are the cookie cutter. Y'all know we run into them in here every day. They all come in, say the same thing. They all come in. They all that. And, oh, honey, that's too deep for me. I can barely get this what I got. And what really be tripping me out is when you try to read any kind of Bible with them, they never want to study it. Anybody ran into that? They so religious, but they never have time to read the Bible with you. I used to be like, you're literally always barking out scriptures, but it don't matter what time of day I call you, you're always too busy to read with me. If you think I'm so unsaved, why you don't want to study with me? They run from it. They do. Even if you're not talking about the lost books. If you just talking about the regular Bible, all the super sanctified folks, just start asking them to have Bible study with you. In the KJV. They won't do it. Oh, I got to go do this. I got to go do that. No, I got to go do this. They always holler, oh, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. All that old mess. Not saying, but you know how they do. I'm coming in 100. Hallelujah. Your rehearsed tongues. But I done been calling you for 6 months, and you never want to study the Bible with me, but you telling me how you going, you know you going to heaven. Well, you do know that you're going to be in heaven with the word all day. All the time. You're going there to be with the word, and you don't ever have time to study the word? Interesting. I've asked to do family Bible study and nothing. But these are the church people, huh? Kanye had a song called Church in a Well. Yes, he did. I listened to it. Yep. Where was John's church at? Where was Jesus' church at? Where was Abraham's church at? Where was Moses' church at? Moses was in the... Come on. Let's do it. You said that's why I came here. I really learned how to study here. People would just always tell me read, but never will read with me. Come on, Justice. Reminds me Reminds them of their backslidings and shortcomings. I don't know what he do, but that's why I be like, you don't want to study with me, and you talking about the word is the most important thing to you, but every single time I call you, you too busy to study the word. I'm starting to question you. I don't care. I ain't judging you, but how you the only time you got time to read the word is when you gonna teach? Like if they calling you to preach, now you in your word and this and that. But if they ain't calling you to teach, you don't got time to study the Bible until it's time for you to teach at church, where other people, where you could be seen and recorded and all of that. You ain't reading no other time, which is crazy, scary too. You know, very scary. Anyway, here we go, right here. So it says, but to this day, the Lord has not given you a mind that understands, or eyes that see, or ears that hear. Now, let me ask you a question. And we talked about this the other day. How many times y'all done seen the Bible and read the Bible? And I know this is not for everybody. This is only for the people that they life changed when they came here in one way or another. Especially with understanding how the word applies to your life, okay? You read the Bible for how many years, Justice? But God opened up your eyes and your ears so that you could actually understand what was on the paper. For real. Now, we all know in this seen the Bible. We all done picked up and tried to read the Bible. But he had not given us the understanding of what was in it until now. Until recent. And understand now when you see it, and you read it, tears come to your eyes. If you hear something preached or taught, it hit your ears a different way. You go, ooh, and it actually brings emotion to you. It's not just you quoting scripture and trying to tell people how to live. You're living it, and it's different when you're living the scripture. They knew the Holy Scriptures, but they wasn't living the Holy Scriptures. They didn't really have to have faith because Pharaoh was feeding them potatoes and leeks. But when you out here in the wilderness and it ain't nothing, it's wolves, it's all these wild animals, God, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You in the middle of all the giants in this wilderness. You got old people, babies, people that's probably broke down, that can't fight. You might have a few little soldiers, but not that many. And ain't no stores, ain't no farms, ain't no nothing. You out in the middle of the desert. You have to trust God for water. Y'all done went and looked at them pictures and seen. Could you imagine walking around in that desert for 40 years? It's a lot of animals, but it ain't a lot of animals like that. I lived in the desert. You said woo, and I thanked you the other day when I saw my client with her witchcraft stuff. You said, I need to, girl, you can't have that up in here. It is. If you go look at desert animals and what's out there, baby, people used to go hiking in the desert and die. Nope, they didn't find their bones until they didn't find their body till it was bones. Because you can get lost in the desert, and depending on what kind of clothes and stuff you got on, they might not even be able to see you when they fly over, because you might, and a lot of people wear light colors that blend in the desert, because dark colors will draw the sun to you and you'll overheat. So they wear clothes that are that tan and that green, so it'd be hard for the helicopters to even see you, depending on where you at. And you definitely don't want to be out there at nighttime, because it is coyotes. It is other animals like poisonous rattlesnakes and all kind of stuff. Scorpions and stuff be moving around out there, man. It's crazy. You said the movie Holes. I don't think I've seen it. So they have to trust God going out here with old people and babies and all of that in the middle of nowhere. It's on Disney. Okay. Thank you. In the middle of nowhere. Here we go. He says, yet the Lord says, during the 40 years that I see, this is where you came in, Miss Rose, right here. This is where you came in. During the 40 years that I led you through the wilderness, your clothes did not wear out, nor did the sandals on your feet. You ate no bread and drank no wine or other fermented drink. Now, when things ferment, that means it's gotten what? Fermenting is another word for really what? Rotten. Spoiled. Spoiled. I love y'all. Rotten or spoiled or old. He said you was out in the desert and y'all didn't have to drink no wine or no fermented drink. He said I gave you something fresh to drink every day. In the desert. You didn't have to drink nothing that was going bad, rotten, fermenting, nothing. You didn't have to. I fed y'all clean water, clean. Y'all had fruit and stuff to make whatever fresh every day in the middle of the desert. Did you even think about how I did that? You didn't have to eat no old bread. You didn't have to drink no spoiled grape juice. I took care of you. Your shoes didn't wear out. Y'all had food. You had more than enough. In the middle of the desert. Name one time to me when you didn't have no shoes. They might have been raggedy, but name one time where you had to walk around barefoot everywhere you went since you've been alive. Now, if you're from a different country, that's something different, but if you know what I mean, where you just didn't have one pair. I don't care if it's a pair of flip-flops, where you had to go barefoot 24 hours a day. Name one time. I'm listening. Hello? Never? Anybody else? Name one time you didn't have no shoes. Not one pair of shoes. Not one. You had to walk in the store with no shoes on. You had to walk in the office with you didn't have one pair of shoes. Name one time. Never. Never, not ever. Anybody else? Never, never. Over here? Never. Anybody else? You said you was one, but you had shoes. Never, 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 never. So then that means that this applies to you, that your shoes have never worn out? Does this apply to you? You've never had to walk around for months barefoot? Because you didn't have no shoes? So does this scripture apply to you right now? How many times your kids had to walk around because they didn't have not one pair of shoes? Never. How about y'all? Your kids ever not had just one pair of shoes? They haven't. Okay. Interesting. How many times they didn't have one pair of drawers, one shirt, and one pants? They didn't even have that. They had to be naked because they didn't have no clothes. Even if they only had 3 pairs of pants and 2 shirts, they had something, right? Even if you lost everything in a fire, God blessed to where people gave you gift cards, or you could go to Walmart, or they gave you some kind of certificate where you could go to wherever and get free clothes. But when have you never had nothing to wear? And not nothing you don't want to wear, not one piece of clothing. He always made a way. You had to go around naked because you didn't have nothing? Even if you have on shorts in the wintertime, you're covered, right? Huh? So does this apply to you? That your clothes have never run out? And that your shoes have never run out? Now, you might not have had what you wanted to eat, but name 2 straight weeks where you couldn't eat nothing. I'm talking about one morsel, one cracker, one piece of candy, no food, no water. And not because you was sick, because you just didn't have nothing. There was nobody you could call to get anything. Nothing. I'm talking about not even some pasta, not a box of macaroni and cheese and a pack of hamburger. Nothing. Name one time in your life where there was nothing, completely nothing to eat. There was nobody you could call and get $5 to try to make a struggle meal, some potatoes and something, nothing. Have you had that? Have you? Okay. So he renewed his covenant with you every day. He renewed this covenant that I'm going to make sure you eat and I'm going to make sure you have clothes every single day, whether you deserved it or not. He renewed this covenant with you every day that your kids wasn't going to go hungry. He renewed this covenant that even if it's not your house, you'll have a place to sleep. Even if it's in your car, you're under a covering. Whether it's a shelter, somebody else's house, a van, whatever else, you had a covering. Your body was covered, and it was I don't care if it was a pack of noodles, baby. It was something to put in your stomach. And then when you got up the next day, what'd he do? He renewed the covenant again. And he's renewed it every day. All the way back since he said it back then. No. Whether you deserved it or not, did he feed you? Whether you deserved it or not, I don't care if you had to wash clothes out on your hands or stomp them in the tub and hang them out on a line, you could have clean clothes. Yes or no? His word is never void. That part. He said, and you didn't even understand what was happening. You didn't even know why I was doing it. When you didn't even really understand who I was, I took care of you. And everything that belonged to you. You said me and my grandkids were studying this yesterday. Interesting. Well, let's get on to it, Mr. Avery. We right on where we supposed to be. It's a real thing. Because sometimes we sit there and we act like we going through all of this stuff. He said you ate today, didn't you? Your feet cold? Because it's cold outside. Or it's hot where you at. Is your air conditioner on? You got some cool water to drink? How's your breathing? Can you walk or roll to where you need to go? And if you can't get out of the house, did I have somebody bring it to you? So I'm just trying to figure out, what is you complaining for? You get to stop feeling like you just going through so much when you look at it like that, don't you? You can go to your refrigerator and grab something out of there right now. Might not be what you want. Might not be no filet mignon and garlic potatoes with the sprigs hanging out of them, baby, but you can whip something up. You ain't sitting in no freezing cold house with no lights. I know you ain't because you don't hear. For almost 3 hours. So you got some electricity, don't you? Some electric, as the old people used to say. How toasty is it in your house right now? I don't care if it's drafty. Are you freezing? You got some what you call that going on right now? Frostbite going on because it's so cold in your house. Is that your story? Can you walk past your kids' beds and know that even though they cutting up or whatever else it is, they snuggled in there, ain't they? They ain't on the floor. And even if they is, they ain't outside. Even if you in a shelter or subsidized, not subsidized housing, what do you call it? Transitional housing, you ain't outside. And if you is outside, if you living in your car, baby, you ain't outside. And then even if you outside, God, let somebody come and bring you a nice what you call it? Sleeping bag and a little heater thing. Did you bathe today? And even if you didn't, if you want to, can you go get in the shower right now or go wash up? Even if you can't take a shower, wash up because you really can you clean yourself? Who cleaned themselves today? You had some water to brush your teeth, and you got deodorant to put on. Anybody? I'm for real. Watch a little TV today. Got Netflix and Tubi or something. You know what I'm saying? Was you able to? Oh, okay. So tell me again how bad your life is. Tell me about how long you've been waiting on him to come through, and he come through every day. I'm listening. How hard is your life again? You said this sure humbled me. Thank you. I mean, I'm just how hard is your life again? What was you saying earlier? Even if you don't got no car, can you get to where you need to go? Or can it be brought to you? Did he allow somebody to bring it to you or you to get a ride to go get it? Oh, okay, I'm trying to figure out. Did you get what you needed? Oh, okay, that's the end. That's the end goal then. What is you complaining for? I don't care if I'm driving myself or somebody else is driving me. As long as I can go get what I need, I'm getting what I need. Do you hear me? Y'all know? Was I walking when I met y'all? I gave my car to my daughter. I told y'all. When I left, I got here with no car. I drove my truck here, the U-Haul. And my friend that was supposed to be letting me use one of his extra vehicles flaked. And sometimes I could use it and sometimes I couldn't. But guess what? If I could walk, I did. And then when God blessed me with my car, okay. But when I didn't have a car in between there, did he not send me Uber so I could get to where I needed to go? Did he? Y'all watched it happen. And then I told God I need a car that's under $3,000. And he sent just that for the exact amount that I said out of my mouth, that I was able to pay it off half 1 month, half the next month. And I'm still driving it right now. I'm grateful for it all, because being homeless before humbled me to be thankful for the things as small as hot showers when you want to, and work and toilet paper. I'm trying to tell you, baby, I already know I didn't have to live with people. I didn't been through all of it. And that's why I be like, long as I have what I need, I'm not about to be stressed about the rest. Because you would be stressed about why you don't have excess of stuff. Well, are you even thankful for the stuff you do already have? So why would he keep giving you more stuff to be ungrateful for? Tell me. You complain about your body, but it worked. It might not be the shape you want, but it worked. Don't it? Your legs work, your arms work. And even if you in a chair, can you get to where you need to go? You alive, ain't you? Because your body don't have to work. You could be in a coma, never getting up ever again. You could be in a casket, never getting up ever again. You could be having problems breathing. You don't have to. You could be blind and not see. Your eyes don't have to work. Your hearing don't have to work. Your kidneys, your lungs, your liver, they don't have to work. It can be different. And even if you have machines that are helping them work, they working. I just be trying to figure out. When you get to thinking about stuff like that, baby, you quit complaining, honey. When people who know how I used to live hear me say that I'm more peaceful living with less, they look at me like I'm crazy, but this piece is priceless. Sure is. And they always trying to find the problem with your peace. You don't need to worry about my peace. What you need to worry about is your own, because you don't have it. That's why you over here in my business. Because peaceful people don't care what nobody else is doing. They just don't want nobody to come and be messing up what they got going on. At the birds, they do not plant seeds or gather. Come on. Yeah, your Father in heaven. Girl, you going to make me cry. That was in the song. Say, that's what you're going to do? That's what you're going to do? Okay, I got you. I got something for you, Shay. I got something for you. That's the other song. Now, that was the song that I was listening to. Y'all just all in my business? Fine. Let's do it. Okay. Since that's what you want to do, be in my business. It's always late, so I better not turn this up. Okay, my neighbors is probably asleep, so let's do this. Yeah, be in my business. Let me see. This. I'll be right back. You listen to this. You, Shay, and you, and you, and you, this. God has been so good. Good, just stay good enough. Very good to me. God has had my back in the midst of my enemies, and I ain't even have to be there. I have roamed many cities, friends not very many, but God took care of me and my children. I'm so connected to this air that I breathe, the oceans and the This is Lady Harmony. Is that the same person? Baby, that sent me over today. That, when I was looking down at my shoes, Miss Tawana Rhodes, that song came on. I was sitting on the toilet thinking, getting my meds in, and looked down at my shoes, baby, and just tears. And he said, your shoes ain't never wore out. Your clothes ain't never wore out. Your clothes ain't never wore out. You got more books than you can read in a year. And this ain't new. I've been doing this. I've been taking care of you. I've been watching out for you. I've been watching out for your kids. I've been answering their prayers, your prayers, and the prayers of your friend. I could do it all. And you still don't trust me. You still don't believe how big. See, y'all remember? Okay. For those of you that are going through a faith walk right now, all the hair on my body is standing up. Yes, Dad. Okay, for the next 45 days, set a reminder on your phone. I don't know how you're going to do it. For the next 45 days, at whatever time, I need you to say, God, blow my mind, for the next 45 days. That's half of a season. It's about 90 days in a season. For the next 45 days. Make a list. Put it a reminder on your phone. It can be different times of the day. But you got to speak that out loud. God, blow my mind. Because sometimes you forget about how much he already do. You don't never get tired of your kids. You be like, I already do enough. I think about you. I already got, before you could even ask, and you still complain, and you still acting like I don't do what I'm supposed to do around here. You know I'm going to cook. Don't come asking me what I'm about to cook and when am I going to cook. You already know I'm going to cook. You already know I'm going to take you to school. Don't come in here bothering me. You already know. What you need to do is just be ready to go. So when I say let's move, you're ready. But what happens is you in here bothering me, and so you ain't never ready when I bring to you what I need to you, because you always worried about when it's going to come instead of preparing to leave. Preparing to eat. You need to go brush your teeth and wash your face. Take your pajamas off, put your school clothes on so you can get ready to eat. I know you're hungry, but there's something that you need to do before you can get down here to this table. Right or wrong? Hello? Hello? You worried about when it's going to happen. How about you get busy working until he say, come on, let's go. Go get your shoes on. Go get your coat on. Go get your gloves. Get your backpack. Make sure your homework is in your bag. You worried about what I'm supposed to be doing, and you ain't did what you supposed to do. Get busy doing what I ask you. The time will go by, it'll show up. But you sitting back wasting time worrying about when we leaving instead of making sure your bed is made and all of that. It's stuff you need to be doing. Quit worrying about when I'm going to come and worry about what I asked you to do. Hello? You said that hit hard. Uh-oh. I'm saying, you bothering him and you got stuff you need to be doing. It's like your kid keep coming and saying, Mom, can I have my candy yet? Did you do what I asked you? But Mama, no. Go take the trash out, put the new bag in there and make your bed and then you'll get it. But I want it right now. I don't care. You will not get it until you do what I asked. Hurry up. You could have been in there and you the one been playing. You should have came right in, put your backpack down, went and took the trash out, made your bed, and your candy was sitting on the thing. But you're not going to get it until you do what I ask you. You said I had to send her back upstairs to get dressed in the morning. I'm trying to tell you. I learned. I used to be mad. I told y'all this. I told y'all, God, when you gonna let my business? When? He said, how about you get busy learning what you need to do in your business first before you keep asking me for the money? Tell me what a dividend is. Tell me what your cost of goods is. Tell me what manufacturer you getting ready to go through. Tell me who your target market is. What's your mission statement? You keep asking for the money for the business, and if I give you the money, you about to blow it trying to do it because you don't even know what to do. What's your 5-year financials? Your projections? How much are you going to pay your employees? Do you know how much it costs? If you pay them $10, you're going to be paying out about $14, $15 because you got to have all the insurances. So you come and you pay them $15, but you're going to be having to pay out $19 an hour per how many employees you got. So then how much money does your business need to make a month to make a profit, to pay you, your employees, and put something up so you can go recop whatever it is that you got? Like, have you figured that out? What do you do for months when your business ain't doing so well? Have you put something up so that you can have that for later? Because every month ain't going to be the same. Have you looked up buying trends and all of these different things? Have you took the time to do what you needed to do so when the blessing comes, you're ready for it? We always be wanting what we want, but we don't want to do the work to get it. So then you don't embarrass God talking about, oh, God gave me this idea. But then when he presents you with being in a situation, you look crazy because you don't know what you're supposed to do. You got the idea. You got concepts. Like, oh, Queen of Hearts. You got a concept of a plan. Funny. God don't move with concepts of plans. You gonna have to know. And not know exactly how it's gonna come out. But he's giving you, if he's all knowing and he put something in you to do it, school is not that. Everything on our planet comes from him. As far as learning and understanding and breaking, he is understanding. So then he's the most strategic being in all of the universes. So he knows every kind of strategy, business strategy, parent strategy. He know war strategy. He know it ain't no strategy he don't know. And he's very strategic. So if strategy ain't your thing, looks like you need to be in his face asking for strategy lessons. If decision making isn't your thing, then he's going to take you to scripture where people had that. If he keep taking you stuff about people making a wrong decision, take heed. If he take you to stories about a thought life and what this person was thinking and what was hidden down in their heart, take heed. Those be the keys to passing the test. That's the information that the test is going to be on. If he keep taking you in the scriptures where the person went and tried to get it for themselves and it messed up, like the boy that sold away his birthright and all of that kind of stuff, okay, you paid attention. He keep telling you, you keep giving up your birthright, trying to go and get it without me. You're not going to be able to do that. Because I'm the one that gave you the birthright. Crazy. You can't get it without me. And even if you do accomplish a little of it, it's going to fall immediately because I didn't do it for you. Because you don't know the plan that I had. It's only going to be a fraction of what I was going to do for you. Give me all that. I'll take it all. All. A-L-L. I used to tell y'all that, and y'all didn't watch me. Who remember I used to say I asked for all? Like the laundry detergent. And people say that's greedy. I said, you don't read the word. He said I could ask for all. Move. Get out of my way, non-believer. Non-believers down the hall and out the door and on your way wherever to the wilderness, but not this one. You got to go to the wilderness on the other side of the mountain because I don't want to hear that. You hear me? If God say there's nothing he can't do, then there's nothing he can't do. And I'm about to put him to the test. Okay, well, you said you could do it. Here we are. My hands are off. I want to see. You got to make me a believer, honey. A nigga can't just tell me anything. Oh, okay. I'm about to see. Oh, I know how to do this and I know how to do that. Girl, I know how to do this. Let me see it. I ain't about to do it right now. Lies. You don't know how to do it. Moving on. I can lie and say I know how to do sew-ins. But when a person comes sit in my chair, they'll know if that's the truth or not. No. You can tell if you are a person that's used to getting sew-ins. You can tell by a person how they part your hair, even if you ain't looking in the mirror, if this sew-in about to be fire or not. If they start parting to the contour of your head, and you can feel almost how it go from thin to thick, you can feel it. Oh, baby, you know everything about the lay. I can feel the way you parting my hair, how this hair about to lay. I can see if you taking the time to connect these braids or you about to give me a big old bump at the back of my head. I know because I'm used to getting this. When I wear my hair short, I can tell by the way you molding my hair if I'm about to like it, by the way you parting, and by the way you molding my hair. If I get up and I'm going to the bowl, because whatever way you mold that hair, when you put them curls in there, that's the way it's going to lay. You can keep on combing it this way, baby. It ain't going to do it. Because once that heat bind is broke, it's going to stay that way till I put some water on it. It's going to keep on flipping. I can flip it back, but it's molded. It's up and it's stuck. Can I pray for you? Lust is a real problem. Yes. Definitely. So, what you need to do is go back to how the lust started. And not everybody's is in childhood, but most of the time that's where it started. Got to get to the root of it. And deal with whatever that is. And then it'll go away. Not saying it won't come back to bother you. It definitely will. But when you get to the root of where the lust started and actually deal with it, it'll go away. And stop putting certain stuff in front of your eyes. You might not be able to listen to certain music for a while. It's certain things, and it's not that it's always going to be like that. It's just time and place. Also, watch the people you go around. Because if you go around a lot of people that cheat or kind of have a lot of partners, that spirit runs through. And if you connecting with somebody that got a lot of partners, lust is going to be real hard to break. It'll start showing up in your sleep, taking over, all of that. Yeah, you got to be real. Listen, that's the main reason I don't be wanting to be with nobody that be with a lot of people. Because, baby, Jesus, no. And that's why I be like, nah, I just be over here. Nope. Because that is, yeah. So just watch who you around. Be careful letting certain people in your house, because God will show you the spirit of lust. He'll show you. And you will know. And it ain't like, oh, you can't control yourself. But a spirit don't care how long they have to lay dormant. They just be getting stronger and stronger and stronger, slowly and slowly and slowly, right? And then move. So maybe watch the movies. Like, I still, right now, if they're, like, I was watching Game of Thrones today. right? I still fast forward past scenes because I'm single and I'm not trying to be in no situation. So certain things I'm just not gonna put in front of my eyes. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't that I can't do whatever, but I just don't. It's not a part. It's not a big deal. I already know what happens in those scenes, so move on. Self control is key, but you also have to fill up that space with something else. That's how these got here. That's how I started building beds. That's how I started laying tile, doing electricity, and every other thing you see, making my own, grinding my own meat. I found other things to do. You said I'm married and I do that. Yeah, I found other things to do. Yep, I found other things to do. I just filled up my time with something else. And then you be so worn out from all of the other stuff, it just slowly goes away. But I also stopped hanging around people that just was throwing their bodies around too. Even if I wasn't, I still, because that spirit be thick. You hear me? And then they're just always going to bring more people around that have lust spirits. And so it just be a whole bunch of craziness. And wherever lust is, a lot of times there's strife, jealousy, and danger. Four things I don't want to deal with. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with no jealous, crazy people. I don't want to be sitting here because you gonna know crazy stuff, and I don't know you got all this going on. I'm not putting my life in danger for no. Mm-mm. And then too, most times when you are free with your body, you don't understand your value. Because when you understand your value, you're not free with your body. When you're not looking for validation from people, you're not free with your body or your money or your time. You be like, I'm not about to wait. That is stupid. No, I'm not doing it. Oh, are you scared? Yeah, of repeating the same stupid cycle. Am, is. I sure am. I don't want to go back down that road, stupid. And I'm not about to be stupid enough to do it. I see. I've been down this road. Oh, this is end up broken, end up disappointed, end up hurt, and crawling back to Jesus road. Oh, no, 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 no. Keep going past that one. It might be the next one. It might be the next road, but it definitely ain't that one. Baby, I done got lost on that road too many times. No, thank you. And matter of fact, if you going to turn down, let me out real quick. I'll meet you on the other street. Healed and ain't crazy no more. Meet me on that street. I don't even want to ride down this street with you. Because you might want to stop off at somebody's house and then, no. Let me out right here. Or when you get down on the street, I'll be right across the street over here at minding my own business and not worried about getting trapped in another trap. No, thank you. I don't live or even want to visit anybody that lives on that street. Honey, have you been down that street? Oh, it's horrible. I wouldn't go over there if I were you. It's ghetto. It is ghetto. It's real ghetto. No. Honey, no. I don't frequent those places anymore. No. Mm-mm. Crying and worrying about if you about to try to be on some funny stuff. And that ain't even religious friends. Uh-uh. No. I don't go down them roads no more. I just steer clear. It's the best thing you can do, I promise. If it look familiar, go to the next block. Mm-mm. Because the same people still live over there. And if they done moved out, it's their kids. Or they cousin or somebody. It ain't no, and they all, that whole family act the same. So it don't matter which one of them you run into, baby, it was going to be chaos. Just don't even go over there. Mm-mm. I've been down that road. I don't want to go over there no more. I try to stay off that side of town. It ain't good for me over there. And I don't care what it is. You want to keep me bitter. You want to try to keep me depressed. You want to try to make me feel bad about myself. Whatever it is, you want to keep talking about stuff that I did when I was 14. Like, I don't know why you're trapped in 1994 or 1997 or 2001 or 2006 or 2016 or now about to be soon 20 and 26. Like, I can't go back and change nothing I did 2 years ago. I can say I'm sorry, ask you to forgive me and not do it again, but to be, I'm trying to tell you. Moving on. Let's talk about it right here. All of this is relevant. God know what He doing at 1 o'clock in the morning, almost 2. This is why I can't keep no real schedule. Messing with y'all. Maybe we doing midnight oil services. I don't know what be going on. Cause 1 minute we up at 3 o'clock to 6, and then we be at 9 to 12, and it's like we don't have no schedule. And can I tell y'all something that bothers me? It bothers the hell out of me. I'm so used to having a schedule, and this waking up in the middle of the day, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 9 o'clock at night to be up till 3. I don't like it. I'm used to getting up, and I'm just working all the schedules. I like having a system. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because I have my kids, and I just, since 16, I had to get them up, get them to daycare, then get them up, get them to school. You know what I mean? So it's a little different right now, and it's hard for me not having a set schedule. I'm used to that, having to shut my house down at a certain time. You know what I mean? So, we seeing. Here we go. All right. He said, your shoes didn't wear out or nothing. You didn't have to drink no spoiled juice. He said, I did this so that you might know that I am the Lord your God. When you reached this place, Sihon, king of Heshbon. Sihon was a what? Sihon was a what? Who was he? Tell me. Sihon was a giant. Sihon was a giant. Sihon was a giant. And Og, king of Bashan, what was he? So he said it was 2 giant kings in the valleys where I was about to take you. Not 1 giant king, 2. Dos. 2. It was a giant king on one side, a giant king on the other, and we just left. Okay. Let's look. It says, when you reach this place, Sihon, king of Heshbon, and Og, king of Bashan, came out to fight against us. But we defeated them. 2 giant kings. Interesting. Did you know? That's why I said, like, why people be trying to act like God do not be putting you in crazy situations? Like, what is you talking about? They just left. They got right here to Canaan. He said, I'm going to give you the promised land. And now it's 2 giant kings that they got to try to worry about. He said, but you defeated them, didn't you? Yeah, it's kind of crazy that I put you in between a rock and a hard place. But, I mean, look what I did. You defeated them, didn't you? Did you die? No. I thought I was going to because, yeah. So this dude's like 15 feet tall, and all of his homeboys is 15 feet tall too, and they like 22 feet tall over there. If God took you in the middle of 2 giant cities, and you got, I mean, real giants. We talking about people that's over 12 feet tall on both sides of you. Would you believe and you got to go straight down the middle of them, that God will protect you, and every y'all this big and they this big, would you believe it? Hello? They coming out to meet you. Y'all just came out of a situation, didn't you? Just been in the wilderness, wandering around, tired. Y'all finally get to the promised land. You finally get to get ready to open your business. You finally get ready to go and buy your house and do your closing costs and sign all your stuff. And you finally get ready to get married and have your wedding. You finally get ready to retire. And then, do you believe he brought you through all of this to get you right here and leave you? Or not do what he said when he already did things that were even bigger than this already? He took them into a place and said, you see them houses in the Hollywood Hills? I'm about to give y'all all of them. I need the focal point to keep walking with my eyes on him, not looking left or right. Come on. If God took every last one of y'all today and took you to either a beautiful place in Florida where there's multi-million-dollar homes, or Montana where they have beautiful homes in the mountains, or Tennessee, wherever the elite live, and if he just took you there and said, I'm about to give you all of this. Wherever you live, whatever state, you know where the rich folks is at. And y'all drive by sometimes at Christmas time and look at the beautiful houses with the beautiful manicured lawns, and you know it'd be the nice car sitting out there. Okay. So, if God put you in a car and said, come ride with me real quick, and no matter where you live right now, he said, I'm about to give you all of these houses, but you was just living in a shelter, would you believe it? The people still living in there right now. He said, nope, in 30 days, all of these houses in the Hollywood Hills or the wherever, you're about to own all of it. Would you believe it? And you know that you done been through here before, and the people was riding, when you was riding by, they was looking at you, dang, you're about to call the police on you. Would you believe it? I'm for real. All right, do me a favor. Look up the most expensive home in your state. Look up the most expensive home in your state right now, please. Okay, nope. Do some research for me real quick. Okay, just look up the most expensive home where in whatever your state is. Look up the most expensive home and tell me how much it costs. Real quick. I really want to make some coffee, but I don't because it's 2 o'clock in the morning. And so we're probably about to get off of here in a second. Because we've been on here for 3 hours. We've been on here for 3 hours. Mm-hmm. 7 million. Okay. 65 million. Ooh. Okay. 7 million, 65 million. What y'all got? 295 million in Naples. Ooh, 28.8 million. Mm. Mm. Okay. 20 million. What y'all got? 35 million in Chicago. 17.25 in Oklahoma. 39.5 million. 18.6 million. Okay. So as you are reading this, 65 million in Texas. Interesting. Okay. So if you looked at the house or if it shows you a picture of it, understand that when God was telling them this right here, when he said, when you reach this place, Sihon, king of Heshbon, and Og, king of Bashan, came out to fight against us, but we defeated them. We took their land and gave it as an inheritance to the Reubenites, to the Gadites, and the half tribe of Manasseh. Carefully follow the terms of this covenant so that you may prosper in everything you do. All of you are standing today in the presence of the Lord your God, your leaders and chief men, your elders and officials, and all the other men of Israel, together with your children and your wives, and the foreigners, here we go now, the foreigners living in your camps, who chop your wood and carry your water. What does that mean? What does that mean? He said it's some foreigners that live with y'all. This is why I told y'all he wasn't just leading Israelites. He said it's some foreigners that chop your wood, which means you don't got to do it. It's some foreigners that carry your water. That means you don't got to do it. Didn't it? What did it say? It said, you have foreigners in your camp, not you in they camp, who chop your wood and carry your water. Servants. He said, you got some people that I done put to do the strenuous work for. You ain't even got to carry your own water. You don't got to chop your own wood. You ain't got to be out there sweating. He said, not only did your shoes not run out, when the tunic ran up on you, I gave you everything they had in their stash. Do you hear me? It was two people that ran up on them. And God said, yep, and everything that all of these people that ran up on you own, I'm about to make them give it to you. They didn't even know they was running up to give you their blessing. To give you your blessing. The people that thought they was coming out to check you and make you feel some type of way, they didn't even realize they was running up all right, but they was running up to hand over everything they had in their possession. Oh, you said what now? It was right here. These ain't my words. This is what he said. Don't worry about the people that's running up trying to check you, because they'll be in here to give you everything they got if messing around with him. Ain't that what he said? Let's read it again. When you reached this place, Sihon, king of Heshbon, and Og, king. These is kings. What do kings own? Have you seen the ancient palaces in India that are dipped in gold? In Egypt, and everything in there is gold. And are you understanding what a king has? It wasn't just one king, it was two. Two. He said, I gave you everything that those two. Okay. How much is the king or a queen worth? How does that whole thing work? Find a king or queen or a princess or prince and find their net worth for me. I don't care if it's of Arabia, Africa, India, wherever. Because I be seeing them throw some lavish stuff. Let's see exactly. We ain't even going to go for the king or queen. You can go for a prince or princess. See what their net worth is for. Right. I'm talking about what they land and everything they own. Let's just run up some Arabian princes or somebody. Tell me what they net worth, or a king or whoever. Sheiks or whatever. Royals. Let me see what they compounds and stuff be worth and all of that. Because I think when we read, we don't really be understanding what God gave these people. Find any king, any queen, any real princess of whatever country you want to, and what's their net worth. Princess Charlotte of Wales' estimated net worth is $5 billion. Princess Charlotte, which is Prince Charles's daughter, right? The granddaughter of old boy, right? She's worth $5 billion, and she's what, like 7 or something, or 4? Isn't that is it Prince William's daughter, Charlotte? Prince Charles is worth 28 billion. Okay. Who else we got? What about some African or Ethiopian princes and Indian princes and stuff? Because them Indians be throwing some lavish weddings, baby. Have you seen them? They be for a week and everybody be dripped in gold and stuff. Big, heavy gold, too. He said it's a certain percentage, a range of people there, sovereignty. The king of Morocco is worth 10 billion. Good job. In 2024, Pavel Durov is the richest person in Dubai, and he's worth 15.5 billion. Interest. 1.4 trillion dollar house of a Saudi Arabian princess. Dang, trillion? Oh my God. Her house is worth $1.4 trillion. Hi, Auntie. Mohammed bin Salam Al Saud, the crown prince of Saudi Arabia, has $25 billion. Interesting. So how much do y'all think they daddies and mamas got? Brothers, total family net worth. So you realize that King Og and this king of Sihon of Heshbon, they had children that had net worth as well. And when God gave them the land, they ran everybody up out of there. Most millionaires and billionaires hang out and live with other millionaires and billionaires, do they not? No, that's the name of the family. Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry. Do they not? Most of the time, rich people don't hang out with a lot of poor people. And they hang out with people that have about the net worth or close to the net worth or some type of net worth that they have, right? And they all live together, right? Most kings make their friends rich, or they have rich friends, and this is how they move. So if God say, I'm giving you all of the Hollywood Hills or all of the beautiful places, do you understand that when he said, when you defeated a king, you get to go and take that king's kingdom? You understand that, right? And everything that comes with it, his servants, his land, his animals, his deposits that he got in whatever banks in other countries, you take over every single thing that is in that place. You've conquered it. It is all at your access. African princess Ofing Fifi Ekanem Injindu, net worth is 850 million. Oh my goodness. Okay. Excuse me. So if God said to you, I'm making this covenant with you right now, and everything that the person that you went and looked up, everything that they own, I'm about to give it to you. How would you feel? What would you do? What would be the first thing you would do? You don't really know. You would be overwhelmed. Interesting. What would you do? You would praise him. Okay. After you praise him, you would be in awe. After you be like, oh my God, okay, what's the next thing you gonna do? Build a wall if you got the island. Okay. Grateful and not be praising him. Okay, after that. After that, what do you do? The house of Saud, the ruling family of Saudi Arabia, estimated to have have a net worth of 1.4 trillion. Interesting. Wealthiest family in the world. You would pass out. I would be praising God, would turn around after He blessed me and bless people. Right away, I always wanted to build apartment houses for the homeless. You would see the council. Pray I don't squander it and rejoice. Interesting. Take care of my family. Who want to know what CERCA would do? I'm about to start packing. I'm about to start packing. I get to all that later. You said I'm about to move in. I'm about to start packing my stuff. You said I got 30 days. I got a lot of stuff in here. I'm about to start packing. Because I don't get it till I get in there. I'm about to start. I'm about to start packing. Let me go make me some coffee. I'll be making. Kids, get them tubs out of there. Go on and throw them other clothes away that y'all really don't be wanting. Matter of fact, don't throw them away. Get them together. We're going to go on over here. Go in there and start. Go get that stuff out the cabinet and get the stuff out the, what's the name? No, we is going to take this because it's going down there in that basement. I'm not leaving these blessings. They going with me. Because, see, if He let me bring this through the wilderness with me, then that means it's going to be a shelf to fit all of this at the next place. And the king's palace or one of them multi-billion-dollar houses will have it. So I can scoot all their stuff over and put my blessings. Because it ain't no place that God's people went that they didn't leave with more than what they came with. Honey, you remember, they didn't come out of Egypt broke. Don't forget that. They didn't come out of Egypt broke. Pharaoh told them, take whatever you want. I just need you to leave. Oh, shoot. Matter of fact, let me. Grab that. Grab that. Get the sheet down and put it. You said the devil gotta give you that stuff. Matter of fact, go out there and get that tarp. Get all the comforters. Go, the gold place is down there. Go get it. Them she got a nice comforter. Yeah, go get that too. God said take whatever I want. Bet. I ain't talking about, I only want this. Let me get all my stuff. Hurry up. We need you. Baby, they'll just see me going back and forth like this. But I be big. Y'all don't understand all. I can tell. Y'all do not understand all. But you will. I learned all. I know what I mean. And I like all. The devil is always giving himself the best. He's always going to take more than what he needs. So it's not a coincidence that when I go through, God say the wealth of the wicked is laid up for you, and wicked people always take more, and they are always taking and stacking and looking. So then he don't let them enjoy it. You didn't take it. You didn't, send nobody out. But he said, I'm going to give you this land, and everything that they thought they stacked for you, for them, I'm giving it all to you. All the gold they took, all the silver, all the titanium, all the sheep, all the goats, all the linen. Remember when they was jacking them boys on the highway and the byways? They was jumping out on them with them sheep mask things on and with the knife like this, talking about give me all your stuff. I just let them run it up. I let them run them bags up. I let them niggas stack up everything they thought they was gonna have. Then I turned around and gave it to you. See, you thought. Let me explain it to you. Sit down here. So when I moved you from Cali to Ohio to that little country town, it was so people think you fell off. I had to stop letting them pay attention to you, because what I was getting ready to do for you, if they knew I was going to do it, then they would have talked you out of listening to me. So I had to get you away from them so that I could prepare you for what I was going to do. Because see, look now, turn around. See that right there? You see it? You see that right there? All of that land right there is going to be yours. No. Don't look away. No. Past that other hill. You see right there, all the way over there? Yeah, we're going to ride down there. It's going to take us about 30 minutes to get all the way through there. But yeah, that's all you. I don't care. I know they got stuff on it. I just had them go buy new RVs, and I let the plumbing bust so that they could go on and get all new plumbing and everything. See, you thought I let all the trouble happen when they was in it. So you wasn't going to have to pay for it. Everything was going to be new or renewed when you got there. People be mad when you understand the word. And then when you have big dreams and big dreams come true, honey, they be mad. That's how I know you just read it. You don't study it. When I told y'all, when I was writing my business plan, he made me go study Solomon and not just read Solomon. I had to look up how much a U cost, how much of this cost, how much the most expensive guard costs. Because this is a king. This ain't just no regular nigga. So the king is always going to have the best of everything. He's going to have the best horses. He's going to have the best breeding animals and things like that. The linens and stuff that on his bed is going to be the best. The cups he drink out of. So God said, go look and see what I gave him. How much is a shekel? Okay, so go look up 200 shields of gold and see how much that weigh and how much that is and how much money each shield costs. Understand what I gave him. You'll quit asking for little if you take your time and go through and see what, when God said they left out and they left out with this amount of this and this amount of that, baby, I got to run them numbers up and it was all in zeros and numbers between it. I said, wait a minute, I'm asking for the roadside blessings, honey. I did not know that that's how much you gave him. He said, yeah, I don't do nothing little. And it's crazy because if I would have did my watch business, the numbers that Apple Watches and stuff is doing right now, people laughed at me when I told them it was going to be a multi-billion-dollar business in 2011 and 2012, and right now watch phones is multi-trillion-dollar business. Not billion, trillion. And I was banging them in 2011 and 2012, and people didn't want to believe it. I said, they was like, who gonna be wanting to talk on the watch on their phone? I said, everybody. And got the business plan approved when I finished writing it. Apple's phone didn't come out until 2014, 2015, and neither did Samsung's. Because they was my competitors. And I wouldn't have got to billion in my 5-year financials if I didn't read Solomon. That's why I knew how much to ask for. And then he gave me an idea that could make that much money. Now, did I do it? No, because I let people talk me out of it. And my baby got sick. It was a number of things, but I showed y'all the business plan. I still have it. And it has time and date on when I did it. And you can go back and see when they had their phones and it wasn't in. It was not then. Everything you need is in that word. The information for your business, the information for your marriage, the information for whatever else it is. God has given me several multi-million-dollar businesses, and people's like, yeah, that's not going to happen. All of it did. And you're shopping at Shein and stuff right now. My business was called Ready Bags, and it was Shein and all of these little stores where you pick everything. You can buy all your stuff. I still got the magnets and everything. Everything. I used to look at them as failed things. No, they were successful. It just wasn't for me to do it. But the idea wasn't around. A lot of them. The mobile beauty supplies and all of that kind of stuff, man. Listen, 21, I was on it. I'm like, God, I need something. And I see all of those ideas running. And my friends call me like, that's crazy. Because you remember I said when y'all didn't believe in me? I remember. I sure do. When I was asking everybody that, I remember. And look. I remember when y'all didn't have no faith in me. I sure do. If that's what you asking me about, I do. I remember every business I tried to start, and I remember all of y'all that didn't have no faith. And now you spending all your money with them folks, even though I had ideas. Sorry, y'all. I gotta make me a little bit of coffee. But yeah, so one, folks can't judge where you going, where you been, where they don't know. They don't have no idea where God is gonna take you, and they don't know how big it's gonna be. And don't let them try to make you think it's little. Just because they can't see it for you, don't mean God don't see it for you. And that's why people be mad at your girl. Because if I can dream it, and then after years, they be like, if she say she gonna do it, she gonna do it. It don't matter if she finished all the way or not. I guarantee you this. She's going to do it. When I said I was going to build my kids' beds, had never did it. Built their whole room out. Built they was cutting doors and had, I got addicted. I was like, I need to be building something today. I don't care what it is. I need to be drilling something, using a hammer, painting, doing something. Got busy doing other things. So when you get into the word and you look at it like a script for your life instead of this holy book, I'm not saying it's not a holy book, but if you look at it like a script for your life, and when God takes you to certain things, if you put it in our day and say, okay, if this was happening in this day, how would this be moving around and whatever, like it starts to just lay out a yellow brick road for you in real life. And life will not be, it won't be as strenuous. It won't be as, I don't know the word I'm looking for. Just like gut wrenching. You know, we always, woe is me. But it's just because we don't be looking for the information in the right place. If God keep taking you to certain stuff, when I say go word for word, breaking that word down, that's what I mean. Because it's in there. It is in there. Listen, he sure will. There's so many things. That's why I be like, we want to get focused on one thing, and God's got several things He want to show us. He don't just want to show us one thing, because He's multifaceted, and He wants you to be multifaceted too. You can know a lot about a lot, or you can choose to know nothing about a little bit. It's up to you. Yup. People be mad when you go to the source of all knowledge and he just keep on teaching you. You never stop learning. And not like where you just scatterbrain, but he just keep giving you more knowledge about whether it's deeper knowledge, more elevated knowledge, or just like you maybe listen. I don't even be knowing how to explain it. And I quit trying. Cause just watch. That's what I'm saying. You will see me live it. You will see it. Because I'm not going back to, I don't want to go back to that life. I'm always trying to figure it out. And always not knowing. And heartbreak and craziness and betrayal. Not that those things still don't happen now, but it's less. Which makes my life more peaceful. I don't go around a lot of people that I feel like I gotta be on guard with. Back in the day I would, just because it was like always something to do. I'll find something to do at home or by myself, out and about, whatever it is. But why would I continue to put myself around situations that are gonna they're counterproductive? The same 30 minutes I'm here, trying to fake like I'm having a good time with you, or hanging out with people that I really don't trust that much. I could be at home learning about character so that the next person that I come in contact with, I can already know, yep, you're not the type of person. And I'm not just saying date, I'm saying hang, because company you keep, right? Some situations God is going to send you in there to be a helpmeet, or a helper, or to sow a seed or something, but you don't got to stay over there. And just because they do it don't mean you have to. Just because they irresponsible don't mean you have to be. Just because they blow their money and want to trick off their money don't mean you got to. You can be around people and don't do that. Call me cheap, call me whatever, but this is why you always looking for gas money in the middle of the week. And I be driving where I want to drive. Because I don't drive to unnecessary places trying to be all over here and be seen. Baby, I sit still till I need to go somewhere. And even when I do, it's a strategic ride. Everything, I ain't just going to be zigzagging all over the place. I'm going here, I'm going there, I'm going there. It's going to be a complete circle when I get done. And everything is timed, because I don't got time to be. And then you done did all this, and then Tuesday you can't get to work because you trying to be in everybody's face. Go have a seat. Said that's it. I'm always helping people who can't be helped. They're toxic. Well, I don't know about that. I'm not saying they can't be helped, but okay. This is the thing though. I don't get my okay, so excuse me. Normally, if God is asking you to bless somebody or help somebody or take somebody somewhere, that's not the person that's going to give you your blessing. Very rarely. I mean, sometimes. But like if God had me picking a person up and taking a person to work back and forth, right? My blessing ain't coming from that person most times. That's not where it's coming. Now, I ain't saying it can't. But 9 times out of 10, that's not where it's going. Not that I do stuff to get a blessing, but I understand that this person is not where, whatever seeds I'm sowing by being kind, it's not going to be, I'm going to be blessed because of this, but it might not come from this individual. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? You said you literally been having me in tears this whole time. That I don't have nobody. That's my dad. Okay. So I already knew that there was people that God would do stuff, like have me do stuff for. It wasn't gonna be that. You hear me? It might not come back till later on down the line or whatever it is. So you have to look at it like this. First of all, did God tell you to do it? Because people be saying, oh, I do this because, but did God tell you? That's why, like, If you've been here for a while, you might not know this, but like when we send stuff out to people, we send books out, like we, whatever it is that we're gonna do to help people or whatever. Before I send anything out, I pray every time, every single time. God, if this person is lying, if they don't really need it, if they're trying to just get something for free and they're not gonna use it, all of that, I pray. Even now, 3 years later, because people will lie. People, that's what they do. You see what I'm saying? So we're helping a person, if we are sending books or, helping with utilities, if we can, or whatever else it is, like, I pray. God said in everything ask, and he gonna tell you in real life. That stops a lot of that too. You won't feel it's used. Does that make sense? Because then you're not doing stuff that he didn't tell you to do. Does that make sense? A lot of times we feel used because we did something he didn't tell us to do. Because when you do stuff that he tell you to do, it makes you feel fulfilled. Whether that person can give you something back or not, it brings a spirit of cheer and good feeling, like warm, like endorphins or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But it brings that over you. If you feel bitter, it might have meant that God didn't tell you to do that. Now, it's all right, like, if a person don't say thank you and you get like, dang, you can't even say thank you, but even with that, move on. You know what I mean? In real life. Because a lot of times God is just testing you to see where you at with that. Because how many times have you asked God for something and then you didn't give him what you told him you was going to give him? Like you told him you wasn't going to go back, or if he helped you with this bill, you wouldn't see your boyfriend or girlfriend no more. Whatever your thing was that you prayed, and then you went back on your word. How you think God feel about us? How many times you didn't went back on your word? God did something big for you and you went back on your word. Paid your bill, let you get the job, let you get the new car without the good credit or whatever it is. You said, oh God, if you do this, I promise I ain't going to be doing this, that, and the other. And as soon as you got it, you was on your way to the hell. Too many to count? Okay. So then we really can't get mad when people do it to us, because we still be doing it to God. No? You get mad about people using you, but you don't get mad about you using God. And then he called so he can get what you owe him. And you ain't getting up out the bed. You won't pray. You won't read your word. You say, God, I'm going to start reading my Bible. I'm going to make sure I study. I just need you to get me through this week or whatever. And then he gets you through the week and you be like, I'll read next week. And then it be 7 months. And he still be sitting there waiting on you to come and sit down and read with him. So, I mean, people be doing to us what we be doing to God. That's one thing I know. That's my experience. My skin is so dry on this side. Probably because I'm always laying like this. So, I'm about to go. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning or something. I don't know what time it is. The sun will be up here in a minute. And I scratched myself with that needle. That hurt. I love y'all. Hopefully, you got something out of this class. We weren't even supposed to be on here this long. But I'm about to go get in my bed. I'm going to eat some of that apple pie. And then I'm going to go to bed. Yep, and I put it in the oven and warm it up so it's all bubbly. And then I take some of that ice cream and put it right on the side. It's been fire every night. I'm almost done with it. I got about, after today, 2 pieces. I like the Dutch apple pie. Do y'all like Dutch apple pie? I like that crumble on the top, baby. Listen. Now, I can eat that apple pie feeling. I can eat that just fine, baby, but just like other ones, it don't work. Like pecan, I can't have that in there. I just need the pecans on the top of it and the bread on the bottom. Scoop all that gooey stuff out. You're welcome. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Miss Rose. You got to take the apples out. See, I feel like that about peach pie, peach cobbler. I can eat all the stuff, the top and the bottom bread, but you got to take them peaches out. I can't eat that. Even if they firm, I don't want them. I just want the juice, the filling, and the bread. And hopefully the bread is like golden brown and kind of flaky. You know, not real doughy. Ooh, ooh, crunchy on the bottom. Yeah, buddy. Scoop all of them peaches out and just like pull all of that off, but put the juice back. Yes, ma'am. You said you had a question. Oh, it'd be so good. I just want the crust and the. You can keep the peaches. Like put the juice in there, right? And maybe a few peaches, but they got the texture got to be right. I don't know. They can't be soggy and. Mm-mm. But they can't be too hard either, because then it ain't. You know what I mean? The flavor ain't cooked through there. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to find me a little something to make that mm, but that apple pie hit. Yeah, they do. Especially when it's warm. Let me go turn this up. I wanted to ask why you were talking about God always showing you something. I'm always seeing the number 33 so much. Does that mean something? That's the age that God was when he started, like, his ministry ended. Because he was 30 to 33. Those probably was the most intense years of his life, 30 to 33. His ministry started before that, but they say that's really when he started ministering. But we know he was ministering before that. But I guess he came out to the world as whatever. I don't really know how that works. But 33 was an important number in Jesus' ministry. And they say he died at 33. So I would look into his 33rd year. Like look up the scriptures that are kind of referencing if they give, how old he was and what things he went through in that year. And then you got to think about it. That's the year he was crucified. So if you crucifying your flesh and you're not doing stuff that you normally do, then that could be a thing. I got dry skin right here. You hear me? So you giving up stuff and you letting the old stuff die and being born again into a new life. So 33 have a lot to do with all of that. Because you got to think, Jesus died to the flesh, which giving up worldly things is dying to the flesh. His spirit went, once he died, his spirit went everywhere. So it was a lot of things. Yeah, it was a lot of things that happened in the 33rd year of his life. A lot. Hmm. A whole lot. 33 was a crazy year for me too, which was real crazy. That's really when he set me down, like I wasn't moving around like states or nothing no more. It was like splat. 2013, because 2014 is when those came. Those big Bibles that I got, that's when they came. February of 2014. So yeah, 33 was a trip. But the years right after 33 was real good. And at that time I was secluded. It started this process for real. It was happening before, but then he started taking the people away where I was only able to be around like 2 or 3 people a day, or some none at all. Like I could talk to people on the phone, but I couldn't be in their face. It was just like, it was like boot camp, almost. My grandmother came to my dream and told me to understand this is a pivotal point in my life. I'm 32. Interesting. Definitely is. I don't know about grandma coming, but I got you. You said, let me know if you can't use it and I'll find a way. What you talking about? I ain't went to no place. I ain't picked up nothing. If you talking about what's supposed to be here, I think the packages and stuff is running behind because they don't be telling me nothing get delivered or nothing. Okay. Well, I'll let you know when I get it. Because the packages I sent my kids ain't even showed up. So I'm sad. Like, mine was around when I got introduced to the world at 33. Interesting. Well, just go back and look at your 33rd year. Take a note of all that happened and dig deep into that year then. 33, it might be a year he wants you to go revisit where you're asking a question about now, and whatever it is, like you said, it might have started at year 33. I don't know. It could be a number of things, but I know for me, I went and I studied a lot that happened in God's last 3 years of his life, and a lot of those things, I was like, this is interesting. And then in my 40s, he was taking me to all of these different stories, and I looked up how old they was when they went through that story, and they was 40 or 41 or whatever. I'm like, that's crazy. Mm. So ain't no telling. But I'm about to go. I love y'all. I'm about to go make my apple pie and get in my bed. You said there are packages being thrown in the woods from Walmart, Amazon, and TikTok. No, I didn't see that. Man. Oh, you talking about a couple months ago? Thank you. You talking about a couple months ago or like today, right now? I don't know. Listen, I check on. You said okay, so I got homework to do. Work on. Yep, yep. Amazon workers are striking too. Crazy, right? We talked about it, didn't we? We talked about it years ago, and look at it. It's happening. Talked about the cargo not moving. Just because you can buy it don't mean you're gonna be able to get it. Love y'all.